Yo, only haters. We back. Deion in the building, per usual. But we got a special guest today. That man, Lerk, looking like the cinnamon stick from the Applejack commercials. And I know he taking the night serious because he's sipping Truly, not Don Julio. So he ready to go. All right, Lerk, how you living, man?
Yo, I'm good. I'm chilling, bro. I appreciate y'all having me. I didn't realize Morgan Whalen was the host of this show, but I'm chilling.
Hey, I
Truly's
ain't even
on
say
deck,
it right.
taking it easy today, sipping on the seltzer instead of tequila.
Hey, that's an insane move. I never thought I'd see such a modest appearance from Lerk, to be honest with you. But how you living?
I'm living good, man. I'm chilling tonight, as always. So on the Deion, how you living?
Chilling, bro. Sweating out some bets right now.
I got sold already.
Yeah, that's a lot of brawn neck in your background, by the way.
You got a whole screen dedicated to the Giants. So I mean, even
Hey,
playing.
listen, this is a virtual background. That is what you go to sleep to. You roll over, kiss your Braun picture, and go to sleep.
Eh? Eh? That only affects y'all, man. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable where I'm at. So I mean,
that was crazy.
do what you do, man. Do what you do.
I'm weak as hell, bro. Yeah, y'all can already tell this one gonna be different. This one gonna be different. Listen, Deion enough on his own is enough of a force. Then you pair him with Lerk, and then you just have absolute chaos for however long you record. So y'all gonna be in for some OD shit today. But listen, y'all know we be about the jokes, and we're gonna chop it up. All NFL talk, bunch of stuff coming later. But before we get into that, I had to go on a little solo talk here. If you're in the news, I'm sure you saw UNC Chapel Hill, which is my alma mater, had a school shooting situation today. And yeah, had to write a lot of stuff down because if I would have just rambled about it, it would have taken a long time. But, for starters, I want to send prayers and condolences to all my UNC Chapel Hill family, specifically the professor who was shot and killed and all those that were injured. It's kind of a situation that every single American fears that they're going to be in one day. It's a horror story that we all pray we never have to live. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. I immediately, as soon as I heard the news, started reaching out to my friends that were still on campus. And it's like every minute you're waiting on a response feels like an hour. You have no clue what's going on. Nobody deserves to go through that. I can only imagine their family members and everything, what they were going through. And I was 3 hours away. So I can only imagine what was going through the minds of my classmates as they were hunkered in basements, classrooms, clueless as to what was going on the outside. I heard the alerts were very minimum, which is an embarrassment. But, it just, all of these shootings are tragedies. They're all horrific. It just hits a little different when it's somewhere that I was calling home 2 years ago and I knew people that were close to the situation. But, you got to get to the sad truth. Just a normal day in the USA, right? 101 mass shootings. Next closest country on the list is Russia with 21. The U.S. has accounted for roughly 73% of the mass shootings in the world so far in 2023. You can have your opinion. You can bring up all the counterpoints you want, but that's the numbers. And something's got to change. And I don't want to hear any of the, obviously I'm from the South, so you hear this every time there's a mass shooting. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. And you're right. Like, people do kill people, and people are killing people by not regulating gun laws. And it's just, put yourself in the situation, man. Like, if that was your kid, if that was your family, they were injured, they were killed, would you still be feeling that way? Like, it's easy to say I'm sit on the outside looking in and act like, oh, it's not the gun's fault, it's his fault. It's real easy to do that. And I can't stand it. And it's like, you can't regulate crazy people, but you can regulate a gun. Like, that's just a fact. Like, there's crazy and messed up people in every corner of the world, and yet the U.S. is the only one who's suffering this fate. Every week it seems like there's something new. So, I mean, I just want to know, like, for those people that make that argument, like, what is it? Are Americans just that much crazier? Or is it a complete apathy by lawmakers for American lives to actually change anything? And if you are a gun owner and that's your first response, you're selfish. And if you're really responsible, like you claim to be, you're not going to get your Second Amendment right infringed upon anyways. So I don't know what you're worrying about. The U.S. is the only country going through this every week. It's a tragedy. And yeah, it's just time for something to change. So I know that's a little bit of a sorrow tone to start the show, but sometimes shit just got to be said. I mean, I can only imagine like P or myself having family in that situation. Like Lerk has kids. I couldn't imagine being a parent right now. Sending your kids to school, you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. You really don't. Like, I don't know. That shit's scary. But yeah, y'all got anything y'all want to chime in on before we move on to the football?
No, you pretty much said it best. I mean, shit is happening way too much in America. It's been happening for years and years and years. Really just prayers for everybody that was involved. And I mean, just keep hoping for change, man. I mean, it's all you can do is just hope for change. Hope things be better eventually. But till then, man, prayers up. That's about all I got.
Yeah, it's tough scenes. Well, we're going to switch the mood up a little bit because we're going to talk NFL football. And we are going to talk a lot all over the place. We're going to talk week 1, most exciting matchups, our biggest upset predictions for the opening week. Going to get into some sleeper teams. Could be a sleeper for who you think is going to win the Super Bowl. Could be a sleeper for a team that you think is going to make the playoffs that everyone counted out last year. As I'm sure Lerk was with the Giants heading into last season. Everyone counted the Giants out, super low win total, make the playoffs. And we're going to talk about who we think the division winners are going to be. All of us are going to give a hater appreciate on a hot take we have going into the season. We're going to do a little bit of start bench cut, and then we're going to give our way too early Super Bowl picks, and of course end with most hated. Lerk, I know you've watched before, so you know the drill. The guest always gets the right of passage to go first. So, most exciting week 1 matchup. It could be your own team if you want to be biased. What you got?
For me, it's between a couple games, to be honest. So I like the Bengals Browns. I think that's going to be a fun game to watch. And given that they're in the same division, that's going to be something that's going to have a lot of implications later on down the line. And to see Deshaun Watson after he played a few games last year, now he's got a full off-season, preseason, and he's with the guys starting from day one. I'm interested to see how that works out. I'm looking forward to seeing how Burrow plays if he does play. But I'd probably say the most exciting one for me is the Bills and the Jets, because it's going to be Josh Allen is going to start showing why he should be in that MVP conversation still, and the Jets are going to get humbled, or the Jets are going to prove everybody right for hyping them up so much during the offseason. Not a ton of excitement for me during week 1, so I say those two are the 2 matches I'm probably looking most forward to.
Yeah, that was mine. Bills Jets was mine. I mean, a lot of the reasons you said, and then it's also for me, like, to me, I think Josh Allen's got to make a statement. Like, he's been running the division. Like, you're going to be playing against Rodgers, who's going into a pretty stacked locker room in New York. Like, I think this is a chance for Josh Allen to be like, look, this is still my division. We're still the best team. And that game could be a tone setter. Like, it really could be a tone setter. And that's you don't usually get those in week 1. So that's what I like about it. Deion, how you feeling?
I like the Bills Jets game too, to be honest. I think that's a good game. I think the Bills gonna stomp them out, but that should be a good one.
I hope you're right.
I hope he's right too.
I said I hope you're right, because you already know I'm a Jets hater. as a Giants fan, I'm a Jets hater, and I've been a Rodgers hater his whole career. And it'd be nice to see them get humbled because the way everybody's been talking about them all season been getting me annoyed.
Yeah. I don't understand. I get Rodgers is Rodgers, but the thing that really upsets me is like we're just gonna throw out the window how young this core still is. Like
I mean,
like,
the team's just not that good.
it's that and like there's just like it's based a lot on projectability to me. Like a lot of their talent is so young, it's not established yet. Like I don't think Rodgers is gonna win with that. Like
I mean, I do think it's a stat. Like Sauce is probably the best corner in the league. Garrett Wilson's
Oh man.
Garrett Wilson's a top 10-ish receiver in the league.
I don't think he's top 10.
But
Not
like
yet, anyway.
10 to 15. But like other than that, like interior of the offensive line, trash. Defensive line, trash.
Doo-doo.
They defensive line.
They defensive line stout. They stout on defensive line.
The defensive line's
line
not
trash.
the defensive line's not solid. They brought Saleh and the Niners defensive line coach over. They just are incredibly coached. But that defensive line.
So that means it still makes them solid though.
No, I'm talking about the talent on the roster. Like it's not that good. The defensive line is not good. I don't think the linebacking core is that good. Safeties or whatever. Special teams is below average at best. Like the team's not that good. And then Rodgers himself, like, how is this team better than the Packers last year? I don't even think it's close. I think the Packers.
Yeah, I think they are.
I don't think.
See, my thing is like that's the Jets are a perfect example of the problem with how most people analyze an NFL team. Though you see good quarterback, good skill positions, and a good corner, and everyone's just like, "Oh my God, Super Bowl contender." It takes so much more than that. Like there's very few circumstances where you do get like a Joe Burrow type run where he was getting cooked every time he dropped back. They somehow still made it to the Super Bowl. Like Deshaun Watson was getting cooked in Houston. They were still in the playoffs every year. Like you very rarely get that. And this man Rodgers is not prime Rodgers anymore, bro. Like
no, he's not prime Rodgers, right? Now, as much as I hate the Jets and as much as I want to see them fail, their defense was top 10 last year. One of the best defenses in the NFL. They're not on the same level as the Eagles or the 49ers. They don't have big name players really, but as a whole unit, their defense is legit. They're elite.
That's true.
Now,
that's true.
It's an elite defense. The defense is the strength of this team. With or without Rodgers. No, but they are elite. If you look at what they did last year and how they were able to shut down the run against 90% of the teams they faced. The way they don't allow you in the end zone as much as a lot of teams. Hey,
where would you rank the defense? Like if you had to put a number on it,
top 10.
7.
So top 10 and everything's elite.
Top 10 defense is elite.
So 1/3 of the league has an elite defense.
I see when you put it that way, I sound like an idiot.
Like how could you be elite, but you're not the Eagles or the Niners?
Because you able to turn it into a one-dimensional game.
But if you're not,
that's my issue, and that's my issue with everybody necking Sauce is that the Jets force you to beat them by passing the ball. Everyone calls Sauce the fucking best defensive back in the NFL. Not even just cornerback, defensive back. They include in safeties too. You telling me he's the best defensive back when the Jets force you to play one-dimensional and couldn't even win enough games to make it to the playoffs? But that's a conversation for another day. The Jets defense is legit. You don't want to consider them elite? That's fine. But they're still a legit defense. They're a solid defense. They're a top 10 defense in the league. They just added, at minimum, a top 10 quarterback. And then they just signed Dalvin Cook. I'm on record saying weeks ago, if they signed Dalvin Cook, they're title contenders.
Now, that defense, I know both games they played against the Dolphins, Tua wasn't there. How many games did they play against like non-starting quarterbacks? I feel like it's a large number.
They only allowed 18 points per game.
I feel like it's a large number of games they played where there wasn't a team starting quarterback. I mean, I'm gonna look it up. You can keep going.
I mean, you just play who in front of you, bro. I mean,
but I understand what he's saying. You're right, but at the end of the day, that does. If that's the case, then you have to factor that into the argument. But You're right. You play who's in front of you, but if they ain't playing against starters, then you got to take that into consideration.
The problem is
Okay, so I
There's-
looked it up. Oh my bad. Go ahead, JK.
there's the other side to the argument. It's impressive how good they were last year because of who they were playing at quarterback and how bad their offense was. When your offense can't stay on the field, it negatively impacts your defense. Their offense will stay on the field this year. They
They gave up the 4th least amount of yards per game.
I mean, I hope they suck.
They ranked top.
I mean-
They were top 4.
They're not
in
gonna
points
suck,
per
bro.
game and yards per game.
Could their offense not stay on the field? Was that like a real thing?
Well, they didn't
No,
have
their
a
offense
quarterback
couldn't
for
stay on the
like
field. That was a real thing. Yes,
Zach
I think they
Wilson
didn't
and
have
they
a
Mike
had a
White.
quarterback.
stretch. They had a stretch where
How
guys named Mike
a football
White-
game 60 minutes?
What?
Football game 60 minutes, right?
Yes, a football game is 60 minutes,
One, two, three,
and Mike White
4,
started
5,
like
6,
5 or 6
7.
games for them.
and Zach Wilson started the other ones.
And Zach Wilson is dirt.
Yeah, he's
Like,
terrible.
like-
I'm even defending these motherfuckers.
So their offense was on the field for 30 or more minutes half the time last year. So they didn't. It's not that they couldn't stay on the field. Could they move the ball? No. But that's what a team like this benefits from. When you are a bad team with a coach like Robert Saleh, you're not going to take chances. You're going to run the ball, use 50 seconds. Your defense always has energy. A guy like Aaron Rodgers, your defense is actually going to be on the field more. Maybe not for length of time, but it's kind of like the Peyton Manning Colts defenses when they were always tired.
They ranked 25th in offense last year. G. They fucking sucked on offense.
No, their offense stinks. That's not what I said.
They're gonna
Yeah,
be.
but
They're gonna be.
That's
Fine.
not what
They're
I
gonna
didn't
be
say
They
fine.
were
I didn't
top
say their
3 in
offense is
passing
good.
yards allowed. They top 3 in passing yards allowed. Top 4 in points per game allowed, and top 4 in yards in general allowed. And they were middle of the pack at stopping the run.
Mhm.
They're legit, bro.
Pretty good ass defense.
They're good. They're all
So
right.
I called them top 10, but by the numbers,
You,
they're
no, you
top
called them
5.
elite. You called them elite.
Top 5.
Anyway,
man.
I looked it up.
Elite.
10
I looked
top
it up.
I'm
So-
not elite.
So here's the quarterbacks they faced last year. Here's the top 5 in attempts against the against the Jets last year. Skylar Thompson, Mac Jones, Josh Allen. That's pretty good. I do want to point out that this is Josh Allen post injury. Brett Ripien, and Aaron Rodgers. Those were the 5 most attempts thrown against them. They didn't play against Tua. They played against Josh Allen after both injuries. They played Jacoby Brissett, Trevor Siemian, Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky, Jordan Love as well. Jordan Love got some attempts. They played against 5 different teams that didn't have a starting quarterback. 6 if you count the second Dolphins game.
Which
Well.
is still fine because they got Rodgers now, bro. Rodgers gonna win you some damn games this year. That's all it is.
Are they a better team than the Packers were last year?
Yes.
If Rodgers plays on both rosters, this is a better roster than the Packers last year.
Yes.
Because of what? Garrett Wilson?
I think this defense is much better. I think Garrett Wilson is better than any other wide receiver on the Packers.
That's
And
it.
I
Yeah,
think
agree
that
with
the combination of Brees
Drake.
Hall, I gotta make sure I emphasize on combination. And this is no
Combination.
slight to them, but the combination of Dalvin Cook and Brees Hall is better than the combination of Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't know
Yeah,
about all that.
it's
You
close.
see Brees Hall play-
That's
you
up
see-
for debate. That's up for debate, right?
That's
But you
close,
cannot
but-
debate that the Jets defense is better or that Garrett Wilson is a better receiver than anybody.
Dalvin Cook is worse than Jones and Dillon.
And both of them are better than Dillon.
Hmm?
You said
No, I
Dalvin Cook is
think
worse than
Dillon's
Jones.
better than. I think Dillon's better than Cook now.
No,
Yeah, I don't think Dalvin.
there's no way, bro.
Wow.
There's no way, bro.
I don't
Wow.
think Dalvin's that good anymore.
I think you could. Well, now we know what you gonna go with for your. What is that? Hate or appreciate?
I would love to call that hate or appreciate, but when a guy signs his first a 1-year contract in the middle of August, that's just facts. The whole league thinks that, including the team. he signed
Or
with.
does the whole league devalue running backs?
That's
How
exactly
you
what it
devalue
is.
someone that signed a minimum contract? how you devalue someone that didn't sign for shit?
I don't know, bro. This man's in a
Well,
thousand.
maybe
he's
that
been
has
a
something to do with
1,000-yard
his
rusher forever.
injury history too. Maybe that has something to do with
Or
the
it's because he
injuries and
ran
not what he
for
does when he's
4.4
healthy.
yards per carry last year with the Vikings. Like, that's all right.
Like how many? I mean, still 1,000 yards.
Congrats.
AJ Dillon rushing for 1,000.
If he got
Well,
the carry,
AJ Dillon's not full time, so that you can't really use
if he
that.
got the carry,
If you gonna call somebody better than somebody, at least be an RB1. That's what I'm getting at.
I mean, his RB1 had more rush yards than Dalvin with 50 less attempts.
Yeah, I'm not really arguing here.
No, I ain't mad at that. Aaron Jones is better than Dalvin Cook.
I'm just, how you gonna be RB1 when your RB1's one of the best backs in the league?
But Aaron not one of the best backs in the league.
Dalvin's not an RB1. Is Dalvin the RB1 in New York? Ain't no way.
I think it's an RBC.
It's
Oh, it definitely is.
It's definitely a committee.
In a year, Brees is the guy. He's just in his second year.
Brees would have been the guy if Dalvin didn't come along.
Brees would have been the guy if his leg wasn't still on the field.
Yeah,
that's why they signed Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. They don't believe in either one of these dudes. They're just hoping one of them.
I disagree. I think they believe in Brees, so it wouldn't be a committee, and Dalvin would just be the guy.
No, I think they believe in Brees if healthy. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
If Brees is not healthy, then they're willing to fall back on Dalvin. Do they want either one to be the guy right now? Not necessarily.
They're just trying to give Brees time, bro. That's it. Like he don't got to rush back now because you have Dalvin.
I mean, he gonna play week 1.
I'm just saying he don't got to do a lot compared to if you don't have Dalvin, because then you would have to be out there with Brees and Michael Carter.
Well, Brees in 7 games before the injury, he averaged 5.8 yards per carry. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they want him to be that guy right now.
Listen, if he's healthy, I agree.
No, yeah, I'm with you on
that. I agree.
Yeah. It's all about if he's gonna be healthy.
But when we're talking about this team, we're talking about ifs. We're talking about a guy who played 7 games. I believe he only started 4 or 5 of those 7. Michael Carter started the opener. I know that for sure.
Yeah,
I have Brees in fantasy. And then we're talking about Dalvin Cook, who signed 2 weeks ago. And we're talking about, it's just a lot of ifs with this team. That's the difference. I think when you look at Green Bay's roster makeup, I agree with the receiver room. The offensive line in Green Bay is tenfold better than that Jets.
Yes,
offense.
But the defense.
The defensive line, tenfold.
The defense is not better than the Jets' defense. Nowhere close to it. The numbers already show that.
Listen, Jair's a problem too. Don't get.
You're talking about a player. I said as a whole.
Their defensive line's really good too.
That's not as a whole.
I mean, where'd the Green Bay Packers? I don't know. Jair didn't play last year, so but where'd they rank without Jair?
He did play last year.
Green Bay was ranked in the bottom 10 in rushing yards per game. They were in the bottom. They were top 10 in passing. And they were
Was it the year before Jair didn't play?
Top 15.
It's the year before. 2021 Jair didn't play that much. 2022 he played hella.
So they were bottom 10 against the run, top 10 against the pass, and middle of the pack in points per game.
Well, how many did they give up? How many did they give up per game?
21.8.
So they gave up 3 extra points,
which is a lot.
Listen, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And the Packers also ranked in the bottom half in total yards per game.
We'll see what happens now that they have.
The Jets have them beat at every statistical category on defense as a unit, not just one specific group. As a unit, the Jets are ranked at least 7 to 10 slots higher in almost every statistical category.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens now that they have Rodgers.
Yeah, all right. Wild card.
It's the beauty of the NFL, man. It's the biggest league.
Look, I want them to fail. I just don't think they're as bad as you think.
It's as big.
Think they're bad. I don't think they're. If you put them in a different division, I'm sure they're fine. I don't think they're better than the Dolphins or the Bills.
I mean, the NFL is the biggest league of ifs in the world because it's the easiest league to get injured in.
And I think the AFC East is going to be one of the toughest divisions to win this year.
I don't. Yeah. I think the Bills are going to run away with that shit.
I don't think so.
You win 13. You win 13 games with Josh Allen playing half the year with one arm. To be fair, to be fair, like you said, it's very easy to get injured. He runs a lot. Like that could easily happen again.
Yeah.
I just don't like making. I'll never make a prediction under the assumption like the one of the best players in the league has to get injured for someone else to have a chance. Like that's just not how I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I'll get the
but
Bills. They did it
divisional
without Vaughn. They did it without Vaughn too. So that's pretty
Yeah, I
good.
mean he's
Yeah,
70.
and the Dolphins were doing their thing before Tua got the concussion too.
Yeah.
That's the thing is that every single team got better. The Patriots are still by far the worst team in the division, but like even
Yeah,
they
dirt.
got better.
They're,
Like,
they're
like
fucking dirt.
it's
Bruh.
But like, it's just like you're gonna have to win 14 games to win that division because a Josh Allen led team's gonna win 12 or 13 every time, which means to win that
I
division,
don't
you
know.
almost have to beat them.
I don't know
twice.
their schedule too much.
No,
though.
I think this division is most likely to be between the Jets and the Bills, and
Okay, breaking news.
they're probably gonna split their regular season matchup.
They have to, but if the Jets stand the chance, they almost have to beat them twice because Aaron
And I don't
Rodgers
see them winning the first one, so
no shot. And the thing about Rodgers is he will lose one or two that you don't think he'll lose. Allen's not going to do that, bro. If the Bills are supposed to beat a team, Josh Allen's really just going to beat up on somebody.
I don't know, bro. Josh Allen be selling.
They went 13-3 last year. He had one arm. What did he sell?
Josh Allen, I mean, shit, he's supposed to stomp out Minnesota. I mean, we saw him fold that shit up. There's some games, bro, that he really tosses out the window sometimes.
yeah, but you
In the red zone alone.
But you also made it clear you don't respect the elbow injury.
No, I don't. Because the man said out his mouth, like it didn't affect.
But you know why
he
he said it.
I mean, I understand, bro. I get it. But what am I supposed to do? Go against what the man said?
But
like he said this shit. What am I supposed to do? Be like,
nah,
Josh,
he's full of shit.
But
ignore it because it supports your narrative is crazy.
Real quick, your example of him selling a game is against a team that won 12 games.
Man, look. If you see Minnesota.
I'm not saying Rodgers. I'm not saying like, yes, Rodgers is going to lose to 12-win teams. Agreed. Josh Allen probably going to lose to a 12-win team. I'm saying Rodgers is going to lose a game to New England. You know what I mean? He's going to lose a game to Buffalo. He's going to lose to Miami. They're already at 3. The motherfucker won 13 in Buffalo last year. You can't lose 3 games in division and win that division.
It's a whole new year, whole new schedule. Whole new year, whole new schedule, bro.
It's the same schedule for Josh Allen because he's been playing first place schedule since Brady left.
Where JK? Who do they play? Who does the AFC East play this year?
the NFC East for starters.
I know he's got the Chiefs on the schedule.
See that right there alone just tells me.
Yeah, he does have the Chiefs. I want to say
he always
has
the Chiefs on the schedule.
He's got the Bengals too, I think.
Always got them on the schedule too.
So
he's gonna play every first place team in the AFC.
They lost to the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Vikings. Yeah,
I mean,
the Dolphins the only team they probably should have lost to.
The Vikings won 12 games.
Thank you, bro. But like, if you actually watch the Vikings play, though, if you actually watch them play, bro, they were not supposed to be a 12-win team. Every game that they played was a comeback in the last minute of the game, or like, bro.
No, I'm not saying that the Vikings.
If you lose to a 12-win team, that's fine. Like you're good. You're not going to go undefeated.
No, I'm not saying that the Vikings were bad. I'm just saying that they still should have won that game.
Lerk, you know the Vikings were bad.
Y'all
stumped them out.
No, I don't think the Vikings were bad. I think Kirk Cousins is bad, and his numbers tell a different story.
Are you asking if the Bills should have won that game?
I feel like I said the Bills should have won that game. And then
if you're asking me,
even the game against the Dolphins, right?
If you're asking me with on paper,
no, I wasn't asking.
I'm saying like if we're saying who should have won a game on paper, the Bills should win every game that Mahomes isn't on the other side of.
Yo, I respect that,
but that's not going to happen.
And then you think about that.
That's not real life.
This is going to support Deion's argument, but when you think about the Dolphins winning against the Bills, that's the same game that the offensive coordinator went crazy because the players didn't execute and ran out the clock.
Ain't that the game Josh Allen got hurt into?
Yeah. That's the game he got hurt, I believe, in the first quarter.
Yeah, he said he couldn't feel his arm or some shit like that.
Yeah, and they still almost won that game, and then they fucked it up.
Yeah, he's superhuman, bro.
So, like, yo, P, I know you hate Josh Allen, but
it ain't even no hate to him, bro. He low-key just I mean, shit, we come into the year every year saying this man gonna win MVP, this, that.
Look,
and
I know your
don't.
answer already.
I
He
mean,
don't.
You said it a few episodes
He don't.
ago,
He don't do shit.
of
But
course he don't win MVP. Patrick Mahomes is a lot. You acted like
there's other motherfuckers that won MVP over Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes don't win MVP every year. What are we talking
Didn't
about?
he win it last year?
He doesn't
Yeah.
win every year. That's
He
what
won
I'm
last
saying.
year, right?
The 2 years. How long Mahomes been in the NFL now? 4 or 5 years as a
Six.
starter.
Amount of Allen.
6.
6 starting.
6, no, 5 as a
Six-
starter.
5
6 in
starting,
total.
6.
5 starting. All right, so 5 starting in 4 of the 5 years that Patrick Mahomes was a starting quarterback. He won 2 MVPs and Aaron Rodgers won the other 2. And Tom Brady won the 5th one.
Allen should have won last year, in my opinion, personally. But if you're gonna give it to Pat, I'm not gonna argue with that.
I think Allen had it in the
It's fucking
bag
Pat
up
Mahomes, bro.
until when Allen fucked it up was when Allen lost it was when they lost the back-to-back games against the Jets and the Vikings, and then the Chiefs started to take off. Because remember, the Chiefs started off slow, the Bills started off hot, and then it switched. And then even though the Bills won a bunch of games in a row to end the season, they struggled in a lot of those games. Granted, part of that is because of Josh Allen's elbow.
They got one arm.
But that's why he lost it. And then he was throwing a lot of interceptions too.
I mean, the thing is, winning the division, I ain't worried about. But the reason it's still hard for me to see Josh Allen getting over the hump is simply because the man still makes a lot of mistakes. He's got 30 picks in the last 2 years, and he had more picks in 2021 when his arm was healthy. And I also just don't like that they can't run the ball, so he runs like he's fucking prime Cam Newton, so his career is going to get cut in half. That's an issue.
He low-key run better than prime Cam Newton. It's racist when people say he doesn't.
Yo,
God, bro.
and 30 picks across 2 years in the NFL is not unheard of.
No, it's not unheard of. I'm just saying, like, if he could get that number down to like 10.
I just want to say, Mahomes has 25 interceptions in the last 2 years.
Exactly. So if he
won
could
the
get
Super
that
Bowl this year.
if he could get that number down,
It
by
ain't just
5
interceptions
picks.
with Josh, though. It's fumbles, too. Like, this man fumbles the ball like a motherfucker. So this is like,
No,
I'm
that's
pretty
my
sure
thing.
he's tied for the most turnovers.
But that's what
since
that's the difference between Mahomes. That's what separates him. He doesn't turn the ball over in key scenarios. Like, obviously 30 picks is fine. Like 15 picks a year, that's chilling. But if he could get that number down to 12 and a half a year instead of 15 a year, like, that's a big difference because those could be 2 big picks. That's all I'm saying. Like the Giants last year, Daniel Jones' ball security increased tenfold. They were able to win a fuck ton more games. Like, it's just how it goes.
Daniel Jones' season was impressive, bro. They had Deion on the field for most of the year.
And the reality is the reason he doesn't win is Patrick Mahomes is alive and well. It just is.
Hey.
It just is what it is.
Didn't phase TB. But anyways,
I mean,
he cheated. I'm just playing, JK.
Hey.
I'm just playing. I mean,
hey,
hold on,
if
bro.
we gonna say Alcaraz the GOAT over Djokovic just because he beat him in one major, then Brady the GOAT over Mahomes because every time they lined up when it mattered, Mahomes took that fat L. So you can't defy that logic.
Blame D4, man. Blame his late pass.
Brady had to run away.
Bro, what you mean run away?
He's still on the Patriots?
Dog.
Is
he beat him before he left to go to the Bucks.
Is he still on
the
the
fuck
Patriots?
are we talking about here?
Is he still on the Patriots?
He's 45. He retired. We'll see
As
what
a Buck.
Mahomes is doing at the age of 45.
Mahomes not stupid enough to play till he's 45.
Hey, that psychotic.
He gonna make his bread and get up out of there.
That's why it's the GOAT. That psychoness. But anyways, that was an insane Jets and Josh Allen tangent. I'm not gonna lie. So real quick, before we get into division winners, who is y'all's sleeper team? Like, who? It doesn't have to be sleeper to necessarily go to a title, but sleeper in terms of, I hate to keep using this example because I know Lerk's loving the gas, but sleeper like the Giants last year weren't supposed to make the playoffs, made the playoffs. Like, who is y'all's 2023-24 New York Giants award winner? That's what we're gonna call it because Lerk on here.
Done.
What you got? Lerk, you get to go first, man. You the guest.
Oh, I gotta go first every time. I feel like that's a bit much.
Hey.
I'm gonna go with. See, I don't like going with teams that I hate.
I feel that.
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna go with a team that I hate. I'm gonna go with the New Orleans Saints.
You went with a team I hate.
What
So
is
you are
your like what's your expectation, I guess? Is it like they're a
I
sleeper
think they
because you
make the
think they'll
playoffs. I
win?
think they win the division.
Okay.
Man, I hope they win the
Do
division.
you think
I think
they'll
the
win a
Saints
playoff
win.
game?
I think the Saints win the NFC South.
But like he said, sleeper. They're the betting favorite to win the NFC South.
Are they?
They have to be. Who the hell else would be? The Falcons?
Probably the Panthers. I don't know.
Let me
Ain't no way.
see.
I don't think it's the Panthers.
Well, they'd be
Vegas
the
isn't
only
gonna
other.
put
Let me
their.
check. I'm gonna check.
They'd
right
be the
now.
only other guess, I think, just because they were right there last year and they got 10 times better. But I mean,
Yeah, Vegas doesn't really put it behind. Yeah, it's the Saints. It's Saints, Falcons, Panthers.
what are the like how
So-
like how far apart is the gap?
The Saints
Nah,
are
I mean,
plus
so
105. Falcons are plus 200. Panthers are plus 500.
I don't understand the Falcons gas. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not with it.
Good coaching
I guess
staff.
that
Good
only
offense.
count as a sleeper, huh?
Yeah, your sleeper is the betting favorite. I just want to say my sleeper is the Chiefs.
Wait,
Same shit you just said.
that's like when we was doing good stats, bad team guys, and P drafted Shy Gilgeous Alexander with the first pick.
the only other
shit is
team
valid.
that
Shit is valid as fuck.
Honestly, that's more valid than saying your sleeper is the Saints to win the NFC South.
I mean,
at least
I
the
didn't
Thunder
say
stink.
that was my. I didn't say that's why. I didn't say that was my reasoning. He asked me what was my expectations. I didn't realize they were the consensus. I just think they projected that they what at like 8.5 or some shit like that wins. I think they get double-digit wins this year. I think
I
they
hope
surprise
so.
people.
You see that division they in? They got
Yeah,
5
look,
out the
listen,
bat.
but they're only at 8.5.
Yeah, they also who won the division last year? The Bucks.
Yeah, they beat
I
us
don't
to
even
clinch that
remember to
thing.
be honest.
So you guys came in second, P.
Yeah, by a game, literally.
So the Saints get to play a third place schedule with a first place roster. I'd hope they win 8 or 9 games.
So then it sounds like I'm a smart man for calling them a sleeper.
Sounds like that shit not a sleeper.
When people they expected to win they at 8.5.
Just give another one just
That
in,
is
just in
sub
case.
500, isn't it? That's sub 500. Am I correct?
If you go over, that's 5 over 500.
I got them over 500.
So you
They
got them
under
9 and 8.
500. Nah, I think they're a double-digit win team, like I just said.
I agree.
10 wins. What is
I
that?
would
10?
hope so.
10 wins.
Them niggas don't play nobody.
All right, so I'm gonna go with the team that I hate. I don't think they're a playoff team, but I think the Commanders are gonna be better than a 6-win team, like they're projected to be.
Well, they're one of those teams. It's like
They always fight.
they're not good, but like they're gonna be close in every single game they play. They just find a way to somehow make the shit close.
I expect the running back to be much better. You know, he's not coming off of getting shot and getting leg surgery. They added Eric Bieniemy as the offensive coordinator. I think anybody's an upgrade at quarterback at this.
Yeah.
After last year. What?
Heineke.
Yeah, I forgot how much your Heineke.
Sam Howell is not better than Heineke.
Everybody's better than him.
No.
I would say X, but we already seen his quarterback
Yeah, don't no. Most hate.
Bro, they're a team that's projected to win 6 games. I think that's disrespectful. I think they're 8-9 win team.
Damn. 9?
The schedule's not that the schedule's not that crazy, and they play in the NFC East. After the Eagles, shit could go anywhere, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, the Cowboys probably gonna stomp their ass out.
I think the Eagles 6-0 it. and then it could go any way with the rest of the 3 teams.
P, who's your sleeper? Is it your own squad?
Nah, I'm not gonna go that route right now. You know what I'm saying? Although it would be fun to do, but I'm gonna go with Cleveland.
Yeah.
So why not? You know, go with Cleveland. I mean, I'm not gonna say Baltimore because Baltimore
Sleeper do what though?
they're dogs every year. Baltimore can still a wild card spot. Not Baltimore. Cleveland might get still a wild card spot. That's how I'm feeling. Maybe if everything goes how it should, not as it should, but if Deshaun returns at least some type of ability wise, top 15. Chubb does what he does. The defense isn't like OD terrible. It's Darius Smith with Myles Garrett. Delpit's back. I don't know. They could be all right.
But you don't think like, I don't know. I feel like everybody has kind of high expectations of the Browns.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, then damn. Let me go back to the, you know what I'm saying?
Because like it's Deshaun. We get like everything we talked about before. Like
if you said they'd win the division, P, I think that's a sleeper pick. But I think the general consensus is that they'll be a wild card team, especially with how much the AFC East is going to beat up on each other.
All right.
I think the same could be said for that division. I think this is the toughest division in all of football.
No, just because you get to play the Steelers.
The Steelers not bad.
Yeah.
That probably should have been my sleeper pick, the Steelers.
Yeah, if you said that, I mean, yeah. You took a divisional winner to win a division.
I mean,
well, I don't think the Steelers win the division.
That's the thing.
They're gonna give everybody hell.
The AFC is tough because besides the South, all the divisions are gonna be up on each other. So it's like you say sleeper, and then it's like, for example, and I would consider this a sleeper. I would 100% say the Broncos. Their win total is still only 8.5. Like, I do think they're going to come in second because the Chiefs are in their division. I do think they're going to get a wild card spot, but like, I like Sean Payton. They get Frank Clark. I think Judy's going to take another leap this year. Like, I do like the Broncos this year. Like, so, I mean, that's where it's like, is that considered a sleeper?
If you say they're a sleeper, you think they come in second, then I'm about to spend back on the Chargers then. Fuck that. I'm about to spend back on that.
Nah, I think the Broncos is a more respectable sleeper pick than the Chargers, but this ain't my
unless you got the Chargers winning the division.
Nah, this is the problem with the AFC, dog. It really ain't no sleeper because you got to go face the man at the top. There ain't no sleeper.
But I mean, so that's why I pushed back on the. That's why I pushed back at just a little on your Browns pick. That's a really good roster. That's like has wild card potential, and they get to play a last place schedule. So of all the teams we're talking about right now, guess who doesn't necessarily have to play the Mahomes, Allen, Burrow? Well, he has to play Burrow, but you know what I mean. Like he gets to play Houston, he gets to play Denver, he gets to play the New England, or I guess New England. Like he gets a much easier schedule than the rest of these dudes.
And JK, to your point about the AFC South, I think outside of the Texans, the other 3 teams are going to be beating up on each other as well.
In a way, but I still don't.
The Titans, the Colts, and the Jaguars, I think whenever those 3 teams play, you're not going to know who's going to win.
I think maybe
that's a different version of beating up on each other. That's like when you took a math test.
That's crazy as hell. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I was that honor roller. That's the crazy part. Like, that's the crazy part. You always
validate yourself, man.
Man, yo, kids go.
That says more about
I
your
ain't have a scholarship to private school. Don't mean I'm stupid. All right.
But honestly, like this might be a weird one too. But if I was gonna go NFC, bro, like, why everybody forget how good the Rams are?
Because they're not that good.
Because Cooper Kupp be off the field,
like,
man.
Bro. But it's just because the Kupp and Stafford injuries. Like, if they're back, they can win that division.
Worst in the league.
They could still win the division, bro. That division does this shit every single year. And I sure as hell ain't worried about playing the 49ers. I mean, damn, I don't care.
What?
Yeah, you're crazy, bro. You're crazy. And I hate them right now,
Yo, I was with you until you said that stupid shit.
Bro, the defense is fine, but
bro, the weapons are still out of this
When does
world,
McVay
bro.
ever beat the Niners?
I'm just saying this year he's been straight in the past because the quarterback situation is just awful.
Wait. When was the last time the quarterback situation wasn't awful?
Yeah, but they actually at least had a guy.
No,
Like we don't
when
even know
did
who
they?
the guy
When was the
is.
last time
Purdy the
they
guy?
didn't have
I
an
didn't
awesome
say a
quarterback
good
situation?
guy, but they didn't have this turmoil that they have going on right
It don't
now.
matter.
It ain't no turmoil. They got
Yeah.
their guy.
Yeah,
Whether
Purdy,
you
he they
agree with who
dude.
the guy is or not is a different question, but there is zero question as to who the guy is.
JK, honestly, bro,
Like-
Purdy don't got to do nothing. He doesn't have to do anything.
I mean,
Just
they had the
don't
best
turn the
offense.
ball over.
They had the best offense statistically in the league with Purdy at quarterback last year.
But he don't got to do nothing. That's what I'm trying to say. All you got to do is don't turn the ball over, bro. You got a bunch of yak machines on the field. Ayuk, yak machine. Debo, yak machine. McCaffrey going to do what he need to do. You don't got to do nothing. And Kittle, you don't have to do anything, bro. Just go out there and play.
They're going to lose in the playoffs, but they're going to win 12 or 13 games.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, sure, playing them in the division sucks, but if I'm the Rams and I'm playing them in the playoffs, like Purdy's going to fold again. I mean, he got hurt last time, but still.
I mean, he didn't fold.
He got
I know it.
folded.
I said he got hurt. I said
folded.
he got hurt, but he was going to
Yeah.
fold.
I don't. If you were to choose a team to win the NFC West and the NFC, the team I think could actually do is Seattle. That's one of the best rosters in football.
Oh, yeah.
They're miles ahead of the Rams. The Rams have one of the worst offensive lines in the league. They have no run game. They have one receiver. Their defense is awful. Front seven outside of Donald is one of the worst in the leagues, and their secondary now without Ramsey is one of the worst in the league. They do have Stafford and Kupp still, so they're flashy. So I understand like the enjoyment behind them, but yeah, I'm not too worried about the Rams. The Seahawks, though, that team's a problem this year.
Listen, Stafford just the type of dude that's going to fucking figure out how to win some stupid games that he should if he's healthy.
Stafford, he's made the playoffs, once in his career?
Bro, look at the injury history, though. Come on, bro.
I mean, what are we talking about?
That's insane.
We talking about Stafford going to find a way to win games when he's made the playoffs like twice.
I mean, how many Super Bowls he got?
Congrats. I mean, you should be happy about the Super Bowl. Like, they had a hell of a run. They had a stacked roster. And they did exactly what every team probably wishes they would do. They fucking sold for the Super Bowl, and now they stink. Take it or leave it. Like, that's what you want. You'd rather win one Super Bowl, sell your soul for it, than be good for a decade.
So what's the difference? I got a question, though. What's the difference between the Seahawks and the Jets to you?
The difference between the Seahawks and the Jets?
Yeah, to you.
I like the interior on the Seahawks a lot more. I think that's one of the best offensive lines in the league.
Show right on.
And there's there's a lot less question marks, right? Like, I believe in Sauce. I believe in Garrett Wilson. We barely saw it with Breece Hall, right? Like, you know what you're going to get out of a Pete Carroll run game. You know Pete Carroll's always going to have a top 3 special teams in the league, right? Like, that's what he does. Bobby Wagner's back on that team now. They had a good defense. I like Geno. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I do like Geno, though.
Yeah, you got it right to like Geno. Geno did his thing last year. I was just asking for the defensive side. Like, they are young, too. Like, Tariq Woolen, et cetera. Like, they are young, too. So, I didn't know.
The Jets have a good defense.
Yeah.
It's not elite. It's not elite. I don't think the Seahawks have an elite defense either, for what it's worth. But with that offensive line, I think that offense could be better than the Jets offense.
Sure. That was just a question. It wasn't really no knock on you. I just wanted to know the differences because they are kind of similar to me, like in terms of like youngish team, like high expectations. So that's really awesome.
Also, schedule too. There is no Buffalo in the NFC.
There's nobody in the NFC, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you swap the Jets for the Seahawks, I'm probably saying the same thing about the Jets, right? But unfortunately for them, they're in Josh Allen's division.
Respect.
Yeah.
JK, I don't know what you got, man.
I just think like it's just like I can respect how good the Niners weapons and the Niners defense is, but like they're never gonna win shit with their current quarterback situation. So it's like,
yeah, they're not.
I don't know. It's tough. It's like weird because I feel like even if you put the 18th best quarterback in the league on that team, they could win. But
Purdy's a top 18 quarterback in the league.
Maybe. I mean, I'd probably
he is though. Top 18.
I mean, all you can do is go based off what we saw, right? Like, if your argument is like, yeah, we barely saw it, I'm on your side. Like, it was 7 games? But in 7 games, like I said, we averaged 35 fucking points a game.
I mean, look, the only argument I got right now is how bad the practice reports have been. Bro's thrown like 10 picks.
He's thrown way more. Well, he's throwing 20 picks, but look at the defense he's going against.
But it's like, obviously
mean-
the Niners are the best defense in the league, but it's like there's also other elite defenses. So if he's throwing 20 picks against an elite defense, like what's going to happen when he plays Philly?
There's not really any elite defenses in the league.
Well, I lie. I wouldn't say 18. I wouldn't say 18. Top
In the
18.
games he played last year, he was top 8. He was probably higher, to be honest.
Oh, my bad. I mistake that. I ain't hear you say in the games he played. That's
I'm saying based off what we've seen, he's a top 18 quarterback. If your argument is the sample size is too small, I completely agree with that, right? Because like he could easily fall off a cliff this year. But from what we've seen and his numbers, I don't know how you could say he's not like probably higher than that, but top 18 for sure.
I don't know. We'll see. He could also be rattled by the injury. I mean, obviously he's playing against an elite defense, but 20 is a lot, bro. Like that's a lot of fucking picks. Like,
I mean, you're going against the best defense in the league. Everything's going to be easier for that kid the moment he starts playing football against other teams. And you see that in the preseason, right? Like in the preseason, he has no picks. He's only done 2 drives. Both were 80-yard. I don't think we scored a touchdown on one of them. I think it was a field goal and a touchdown. Like it's a lot easier when you're not playing the Niners defense.
Which in theory should make him better, but I mean
that's what I was talking about. Yak machines. That touchdown he talking about. Ayuk caught a damn curl and just got missing. That's what I was talking about. Yak machines. You don't got to do nothing, bro.
You don't have to.
Just chill.
You got what the top 3 offensive line in the league. You got top 3 running back in the league. You got Kittle, Debo, Ayuk. And then at the end of the day, if you don't score, you're going to get the ball back without the other team scoring. So it's like you're not really too worried about it.
Perhaps. We shall see. God almighty, it's wild. They actually like, how many chips would they have if they had like a dude? They probably
run
helm?
Off. They would run off.
Like, would they be on? Would it be like? Obviously, you're not going to get a Mahomes, but if the Niners had a dude, would it be?
Keep it a stack. Like, to be honest, they'd probably be a dynasty right now, bro. Keep it a stack.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, too, to remember, like, Shanahan don't want that. So, if we're a 5th, maybe Mahomes stinks if he comes to the Niners, if we drafted him.
Yeah. It's just I don't know, man. The way y'all's offseason has went from a front office standpoint, a coaching standpoint, has just been insane to me.
I think this specific offseason is wildly overblown with how bad it's gone. I mean, if you told me in the beginning of the offseason, Purdy's our starting quarterback week 1, it's like no shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's a world where Trey Lance could be on this roster after the way Purdy played last year. It just doesn't make sense. Like Purdy was way too damn good for Trey Lance to be on this roster. The problem is that Trey Lance was ever on the roster. That's the real problem. Like the amount of quarterbacks they passed up on from 2017 to now is embarrassing. And yeah, I mean, they should, if Purdy doesn't win, they should be on the hot seat. But the Trey stuff to me is a tad bit overblown with like the trade, I guess. How they handled Trey is not overblown, but the trade, like getting a 4th-round pick for a guy that was going to be your 3rd-string quarterback is pretty good, I'd say.
Oh, yeah. I don't even care about the trade. It was the other shit to me. It was it
was racist.
It's just like, I don't know, which I mean, I guess kind of fits. A lot of the star players over there racist, so it fits the brand. I mean, Kittle and Bosa were probably eating that shit up.
I don't even think Kittle racist, but I want my defensive end to be racist a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
And you can call Bosa racist. Only 2 dudes reached out to Trey. Ayuk and Bosa.
Yeah.
Didn't Debo reach out to him too? I thought Debo reached out to him.
Nah, he was too busy Twitch streaming probably.
I don't think Debo fuck with Trey because Trey, call a spade, bro. Trey is mad inaccurate.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see though, man.
Free Ayuk, man.
Nah, you're going to be fine with Purdy.
No. Listen. Free him, bro. I hope y'all don't pay him. Free him out that jam so you can go somewhere.
Nah, bro. Look at his numbers after Purdy became the starting quarterback. That man might have 15 this year. His problem was all the other quarterbacks he had to play with.
He's nice as shit.
Nah, he's
So
crazy.
like
He's
I
crazy.
love his game. So I mean, I'm an enthusiast for sure.
Yeah. He's nice. All right. So I guess it'd be easy to just stay in the NFC West then. We're just gonna do a quick rapid fire, all four of us bouncing off. Division winners, real quick. NFC West. Deion, I'll let you go first since this is your boys' division.
I got the Niners just because I think the Seahawks start slow. But I think the Seahawks are probably like the best team in the division per se.
P.
Yeah, give me the Niners, bro. And I think they're gonna run off with that shit. To be honest. Me personally.
Lerk.
Yeah, I think they run away with it.
Niners, I'm with P. I think it's easy Niners.
What's they over under like 10?
Bro, they
Like 10 and a half, something like that.
But I think they're gonna run off like
10 and a
14,
half.
15 wins or something like that. Even if Bosa don't show up.
I don't know their schedule, to be honest, to guess their record, but
Ain't nobody. It's the NFC. They can't play nobody.
that's true.
ain't nobody
See,
score.
That's the problem when I fucking account for it, bro. Is I always forget how bad the NFC is. Like, it's so bad.
The Niners only lose to like teams with like Mahomes, to be honest.
Which is funny about the NFC is they really got most of the good defenses in the league, but the Niners offense is so much better than everybody else's offense in the league. So it really doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
So like if they had a bad offense, it would be like, okay, maybe, but nah, their offense.
Like the Niners and the Eagles are the only two teams like that have consistently last year consistently good offenses to go with their defense. So it's
that Eagles defense has a ton of question marks, but I can understand the enthusiasm behind it at the same time.
But
that defense last year was something serious though. Everybody had 10 plus sacks on that line. Like they was something crazy.
Guess who got their best defensive player now?
Yeah, y'all. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm saying they got question marks.
They got y'all. But like I have no doubts about Jalen Carter though. Like he gonna be a dog, but it might be a little learning curve. But like if they say healthy, the Eagles defense could be cool. But yeah, y'all are just the best roster in the NFL.
If everyone's right about Jalen Carter, then yeah, I mean I completely agree. But again, like that's a question mark. You know you're gonna get like 10 plus sacks out of Hargrave.
Yeah,
I can't believe he went to the ops. That's a crazy thing right there.
Trying to win, bro. That motherfucker had a first-hand look at that Super Bowl.
They started blaming grass. I ain't never seen nothing like that. They started blaming grass.
If I was betting on it, I'd say the Niners, but I think it's going to be closer just because I do have my concerns about Purdy being rattled. I don't know. I feel like the first couple of games might be rough. He'll probably figure it out, but
Nobody played like the Steelers.
It's not like he tore his ACL or he got a concussion. He got slapped in the arm and got a tear in his elbow. I think he'll be all right.
It wasn't even a full tear.
Mentally, I think he'll be fine.
That's the difference. Is like it's like shit was going so smooth for him through 7 games. Like he'd been hit a little bit, but like when you're on that type of hot streak and then that shit happens in the most pivotal moment of the season, like that shit could dead ass like rattle your mind. That's all I'm saying.
We're talking about the dude that took the most hits in the Big 12 like 2 or 3 years in a row though.
In like the third best college football conference.
JK, I usually would be with you like in this point, but it's just the fact that he don't got to do shit. Yeah. That just like, what's there to be rattled about, dog? You got Trent Williams over here damn cooking. You ain't got to do shit. You know
honestly, like deadass, like I don't think we're gonna win the Super Bowl by any means because of the quarterback position. But like, if you told me we won the NFC with Sam Darnold, like I don't think that's like terribly far fetched. That's how little Brock Purdy has to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess in the NFC that's true. It's just when you come out the other side, you're either gonna be playing Mahomes, Burrow, or Allen.
At the end of the day, ain't nobody. You could give the Niners anybody. I don't think we can beat Mahomes. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
oh hell no.
I don't think the Chiefs winning this year, but I would understand if you bet on the Chiefs. Obviously, they have fucking Mahomes. So we'll stay with the West team, AFC West. Lerk, you get to go first on this one. I'm pretty sure we're all going to say Chiefs, but I'm
Chiefs?
just curious.
Yeah, Chiefs.
Yeah,
So
like,
we
I was
could have skipped
confused why
them.
it was a question. That's what I'm like,
We could have skipped them.
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy. AFC
Fuck
West
it, though.
probably going to have.
Hey, fuck it.
You think they'll have 3? I don't know. Which one of the East or the West is more likely to have 3 playoff teams? Like, what do you think's more
The
likely?
North.
The East.
Like, that's the
North.
thing. There's 3 divisions that could have 3 playoff teams.
Well, yeah, really, realistically though, not even gonna lie, Deion right, the North,
It's the North.
because Baltimore, Bengals, and Cleveland probably all will make the playoffs. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie,
it's the North.
We'll see.
something's bound to happen in that East, bro. It's something unfortunate, Something.
Only one of Miami or New York get in.
Well, you know me. Certified Tua non-believer, so I would pick Jets.
Hey, listen, Tua, another one that don't got to do shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's true.
And Tua don't got to do
Like,
shit.
bro, they down there somewhere. They both
Hey,
just go.
And
my
it's
only
no
thing-
coincidence that his head coach is Kyle Shanahan's predecessor, excuse me. It's no coincidence that both their QBs don't got to do shit.
my only thing is that man one hit away from seeing Jesus. He's cooked.
Same thing, bro. I think their backup quarterback could win enough games, low-key, with Hill and Waddle.
It's ridiculous.
Nasty tandem right there.
Let's see. Just for the sake of Lerk's background, we'll go to the NFC East next.
another waste of time is the Eagles.
It's the Eagles.
I mean,
It's gonna be some
how
hell fights.
do you
over
think
there, though.
second shakes out though?
It could go either way.
Like, if you had to make a bet, who would you bet on?
Giants.
Respect.
Hell no.
They play week 1, right? Cowboys and Giants.
Yeah. In New York, I think.
Yo,
It
I'm
used
gonna
to, nah, it should be in Dallas. It used to be a tradition that they start the season off week 1 in Dallas.
It is in New York, bro. And Dallas is
okay.
still 3.5-point favorites, which is insane to me.
That ain't that crazy.
Shout
It's
out
not.
Lerk, bro. But that Daniel Jones and Darren Waller connection, I fully believe in that shit, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit.
Nah,
Michael
Darren
Parsons
Waller's
gonna have
insane.
him in hell.
I think there's gonna be a lot more to look forward to than just that, but that's gonna help open doors for a lot of things with this offense.
For sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think the
I
Giants
think-
will be all right, but
I think the Giants are gonna surprise a lot of people this year. I think Daniel Jones in particular is gonna really shut up a lot of people.
I think that's the problem is you think they're going to surprise people and ain't nobody going to be surprised by them anymore when they were surprised last year, but now
No,
you
but that's why I'm saying surprised because people are still doubting what they're capable of.
I don't think anybody doubting what they're capable of. I think everybody's honest about it now, right? Like we've seen it, we get it. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. But it's not there yet.
Yeah,
I don't think they're a Super Bowl team by any means.
They're not. I guess they are a playoff team, but like the level difference of Eagles, Cowboys, Niners last year to some of them other playoff teams was a pretty big gap.
No, I agree with you, but I also think that they improved tremendously this year. We spoke about this on Break the Bank, and then when we stopped recording, we were still talking about it.
I think the Cowboys improved a ton too. I really like the Cowboys this year, and I love the Trey Lance trade for them,
which is crazy.
not because Trey Lance is good or because I think Trey Lance is going to ever start a game for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott's best when he has a fire lit under him. So that trade's going to do that.
Yeah.
I think that division lit, low key.
It's not.
I think
It's not. It's Eagles by a runaway.
Yeah, it's an Eagles runaway, and then anything can happen between the other three.
I
Let's
don't even
see.
know about that.
I'm trying to think because a lot of these, all right, like we could say the AFC East, we all think the Bills are going to win it, but I guess same thing. Like, how do y'all think that second and third situation pans out? Jets or Dolphins?
Dolphins.
I personally got the Jets because the Dolphins got all them injuries going on. But I mean,
Who they got hurt? Jalen?
Jalen already missing half the damn year. The other corners is pretty poop.
Is it Xavier Howard?
Xavier, I mean, 2 years ago, if you asked me, I'd be lit for him. But right now, not really. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm not really down them. I just think the Jets got the edge on them a little bit. not really down him either.
That's
And
another
like I
that-
said with Tua, like it take one Von Miller head-to-head contact, Super Bowl 50 style, for him to be damn packed up. So I don't really know what we
That's
on.
another one that could go either way. Like neither the Jets or the Dolphins being the second team in that division is going to shock me.
I just trust Rodgers more than Tua.
Quarterback Mike White. He'll be all right.
Hey, shit, if it's Mike White, the Jets better hope Tua stay healthy. He might go on a revenge tour.
Mike White is like the perfect Kyle Shanahan, Mike McDaniel quarterback. He gonna check that thing down, and then every once in a while he gonna throw it 15 yards.
See, that's
They
the
all
problem.
look the
they
same,
don't like
bro.
to check down. That's why Tua's getting cracked back out there.
But it's like the way they do it is it is the same offense Shanahan runs, just slightly more extended because those motherfuckers are fast as fuck. But if you look at a lot of the shit they run, them dudes is catching it 7 yards down the field and just taking off for 80. Every once in a while, they blow the top off the defense. But like the only difference between them is Ayuk run a 4.4 and them motherfuckers run a 4.2. Like that's the only difference.
The biggest difference between Shanahan and McDaniels is that Shanahan will refuse to coach any quarterback that's a shade darker than Jimmy Garoppolo. If he saw Tua walk onto the field, that man would be like, he'd be done with him.
If you
They just traded 3 firsts for Trey Lance, but I
if
hate.
you put Tua, first off, Shanahan coached RG3. Second off, if
Oh,
you put
yeah,
Tua
but that was back in the day.
and Jimmy G next to each other, Jimmy G damn near just as dark as him.
Yeah, he's close. But
Like we talking about a Hawaiian. You acting like Tua's from Africa.
I ain't say that. That was the point.
Tua Tagovailoa.
That was the whole point. After that fiasco that just happened.
I don't think
friend.
Shanahan's the racist one. This is the same dude whose kid's named after Lil Wayne.
So you think it's Lynch?
I think Shanahan and McDaniel. Actually, I don't know if I believe this about McDaniel. I know Shanahan will never want to coach a good quarterback. I'm gonna put it that way.
Listen, I'm just trying to clear up the confusion because you've been on Twitter acting like you think the 49ers mad racist, and now it's like you backtracking on your thoughts a bit here. So I'm just a little confused.
Shanahan got rid of Trey on purpose. What he did to Trey this offseason was fucked up. But Trey did that to himself in the first 2 years too. And we now know Shanahan don't want to coach a good quarterback. We've seen it. He passed up on Mahomes, Watson, Cousins, Brady, Watson again, Stafford. List goes on. He don't want to coach a good QB. So we just got to accept what we got. If we're going to have a bad quarterback, Purdy's a damn good bad quarterback. So I can live with that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Let's see. NFC North, another one. Pretty sure we're all going to say Vikings. So, I mean, unless someone got some crazy tank. You got the Packers winning the division?
They damn defense trash, bro.
I got the Packers.
Yeah, I got the Vikings.
Yeah, I got the Vikings too.
I just hate they fucking defense, bro. Oh my God, I do.
I think their defense tries. They got no run game. I don't like Madison that much.
I think Madison is enough with their passing game.
What, Jefferson?
Yeah.
Jefferson.
Hey, Jordan Addison about to go
Jordan Addison.
crazy.
I mean, we got to see if he's going to pass him the ball first.
And
We gotta
Hawk.
see if he can get open in the league. He's slow. So, I mean, we'll see.
To me, Hawk and Jetta, that's all I need to see.
One thing I didn't like about Addison at USC is that he's not fast. How you gonna be a slot and you not fast?
I don't think Hawkinson's that good either.
I like Hawkinson.
No, Hawkinson pretty straight.
I feel like Hawkinson's one of those guys like we expect to be good. But I agree. I've drafted him in fantasy a bunch, but he's never actually really like done. He's kind of like Kittle, bro. We just say Kittle's good.
Well, Kittle is also dealt with injuries and had the quarterback situation as well. Like.
Man, I don't care who your quarterback is, bro. If you open
Kittle,
the
Kittle
ball,
elite. Kittle elite.
Kittle all right.
Kittle is elite.
We just say he elite.
The man's an honorary lineman too. Can't even forget about that.
He's a hell of a blocker.
That makes you pretty.
He's a hell of
I
an
mean,
athlete.
look, that's the problem though. The only reason people don't think Kittle good's because he's not a great fantasy tight end for the whole year. He's good for like 4 weeks and then he gets hurt. Fuck that. When he's healthy, I'll take him on the squad any day. Like he's elite.
a hell of a blocker. I don't think he's that good in the pass game, if I'm being completely honest, though.
He won y'all a couple games last year.
I mean,
For real.
Listen,
He
bro.
did it in the past too, especially in the
You play on the
postseason, so
Niners
I
and Kyle
understand what you're saying.
Shanahan draws up a play for you, respectfully, you will be open. That's what Shanahan do best. That's why he don't want a good quarterback. Because when he tell you to throw it here and the ball's there, that motherfucker's gonna be open. But if you improvise, who knows?
That's just insane.
Yeah, but see, exactly. So you said all that, and Kittle is not somebody that be dropping the ball. He gets open. When you pass him the ball, he makes shit happen.
I'm not saying he's bad. I just
Another
don't think
yak
You
machine.
just say he's not good though. He's one of the best.
he's all right. He's all right.
At worst, he's
at
the
worst
third
he's
best
3.
tight
I'll
end
say
in the
at worst
league.
he's 3.
Waller, Kelsey.
Waller not better than him, man.
That wasn't in order for what it's worth, but I think those 3 are all better than Kittle.
Chill, Lurk, because you looking
Who
at
was
me
the
kind of
third
side
one
eye.
you said before? Oh, you said
Kyle
Waller, Kelsey, and who? Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
I don't think Kyle Pitts did enough to prove that yet.
If that's the argument, I guess. Yeah, I agree with that.
But he also is dealing with the quarterback situation too. Like he don't have a good quarterback. He hasn't played with a good quarterback yet either.
He be catching L like a lot.
Well,
If you factor in blocking, I get it. Kittle's the best, probably maybe the best tight end, like the blocking tight end we've ever seen.
I don't know about that.
Not Gronk though, because Gronk really was him and everything.
Gronk made more like highlight plays, but you have to remember the reason Purdy got hurt, the reason our running backs get hurt, the reason Kittle get hurt is for whatever reason, our tight ends block the best defensive linemen like a hell of a lot more than our tackles do. And I don't know why, but
that's because y'all be. That's because Shanahan's so creative with the scheme, bro. It puts you in weird matchups. Like it's, I don't know. That's crazy though.
I mean, he's Kittle was the one blocking. Who's the dude that came off the edge to hurt Purdy?
Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, the whole fucking game.
Yeah,
like it is what it is, bro. Like I can't say other people are better than Kittle at blocking when he's guarding some of the best defensive linemen or blocking some of the best defensive linemen in the league.
AFC North. Who like
Bengals?
Are we sure? Like, do y'all think Burrow like re-aggravates the injury at any point? Because that's the only way they don't win the division to me.
He's fine.
That's the only way they don't win the division to me.
He strained his calf like 3 weeks ago, maybe a month.
Yeah, but the calf is almost as tricky as the hamstring.
It's tough because the way that shit. It just looked
especially with the way he plays. He's mobile. He moves around a lot.
How long did it take to heal that, Lerk? Like 5 weeks, 6 weeks?
It depends on how bad it is.
Okay. Let's say it was like a grade.
I think he should be good for week 1, but we don't know. Even if he plays, he's healthy enough to play, but how healthy is he?
Like how gingerly is he gonna move?
Yeah, like my issue is
he's not moving. He's fine. Like moving.
I don't think for the first few weeks I think at least for like the first 2-3 weeks he's at a huge risk of re-aggravating.
So that I don't know the answer to. I guess you would
Me
know
neither.
that.
I'm just going off of like my experience. Like I would have to assume at least for the first 2-3 weeks, because he injured it a few weeks ago, and they've done everything they could to like focus on the healing process and rehabilitation. They didn't let him travel with the team so he could get more recovery time. Like, and they're doing everything to get him ready for week 1, but they're never gonna disclose how close to 100% he is.
Yeah,
because then that's gonna expose them to opposition.
That's my issue.
It's all gonna be speculation.
Seeing the video, I mean, I would guess like he's probably 80% right now.
So the question is, do you trust the run game enough to get them off to a hot start?
I mean, I watched some of their practices. He's moving fine. I don't know the risk of re-aggravation, but he's moving fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be interesting, but that's the only way they don't win the division to me. I mean,
I don't know. Me personally, I'm gonna take.
See,
Baltimore.
my issue isn't his ability to move right now.
Listen, that motherfucker. They comparing. So I think he had the same injury KD had, and they're comparing like the process to like when KD tore his Achilles.
Yeah, but he's had more time to heal than.
I was gonna say KD missed 2 weeks. Like this dude will have missed 5 weeks
time to heal. But the difference is, like, see, this is my worry. It's not about him running and then just dropping. It's about him running and getting tackled and somebody falling on him the wrong way, and it's not 100%.
Yeah, that's what makes the NFL tricky. Like that shit could happen
That's
so many
my
different
worry.
ways.
I don't know. Like
I
it
think-
all depends on how close to 100% he is
I think
when
if
he
you think
steps on that field.
if you think he's 80 to 90%,
Then he's good.
the whole league's going to be 80 to 90%. So I think it's pretty
Yeah.
much a moot point.
Yeah, 80 to 90%, he should be good.
Yeah. If it's below that, I get it. But if it's 80 to 90%, that's the whole league. So
See, that's what
Yeah.
does kind of suck. His line's still not great, and that man's got to play.
It ain't
The
even
psycho-
not great. They fucking stink.
It's
No,
bad.
they played much better. They played much better towards the end of last year and in the playoffs.
But I'm just saying they got to play psychopath Myles Garrett the first game of the week, so he might get back there and hit him low, bro. That's the thing I'm concerned about.
Yeah, I
he
don't
should
know.
be fine. If he's 80 to 90, he's good. Anything less, I'd be concerned as a Bengals organization and fan.
I gotta be honest, if he has 5 weeks to heal from a strained calf and he's not 80%, like I'd be concerned about him as like a grown man.
P,
We
you said
see how he
you
came
said
back
the
from
Ravens.
the ACL injury,
I
but this
did.
is a little different.
Why you got the Ravens winning it?
I mean, they lost 2 more games than the Bengals last year. The Bengals played them in the playoffs last year with fucking Huntley. Barely got up out of there with that one. I mean, Lamar barely played. You give me a fully healthy Ravens, dog. I think they shocked them for sure.
Do you think Lamar can survive a season now?
That's my only concern. But I think so, bro. I mean, you really ain't gotta. I mean, it starts
You
with
think his
Dobbins. Though.
weapons survive a season?
That's the question.
Outside of Andrews, we don't know.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
like
saying.
he got what, J.K. Dobbins and Odell Beckham?
But that's what I was saying about J.K.
Hey.
Dobbins. Like when J.K. Dobbins gets hurt, we gotta force Lamar to do much more running the ball. shit
Because
like that.
Justice
Makes
Hill
Lamar
is
get hurt.
terrible.
He's got Zay Flowers too.
Zay Flowers nice
Oh
though,
yeah, he do got Zay.
for sure. And then you got, I mean, y'all might not be too hype about him. I mean, I'm not either. But I mean, Bateman, fuck it.
Bateman and Odell could both be hurt after week 1. That's the problem.
But like, I mean, it ain't like it's cool though. I'm not really banking on injuries. I mean,
But
we just
listen,
talking straight up.
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying, P. Like if you're not factoring in like Lamar
Yeah.
missing 3 games, I
Yeah.
can see where you're
I
I
mean,
mean,
bro,
if you don't factor in injuries, I think the Bengals still win.
I just think it's close. I just think it's a one
No, I
game
get that.
tiebreaker type thing.
I don't think they run away with it, but I think the Bengals still win. Fully healthy, we don't talk about injuries like we talk about Madden and you could toggle settings and shit. Then I still think it's Bengals. Like I think the Ravens make the playoffs as a wild card.
that
And
secondary
take
over there in
place.
Cincinnati kind of like
The only reason I think the Bengals win the
Shaky.
division is I trust the Bengals against the Bills and the Chiefs more than I trust the Ravens. Like
Yeah.
in division, give me the Ravens. Like I think the Ravens are going to be able to beat the Steelers, even probably steal one from the Bengals and the Browns. But like once you get out that division and it's not so much like smash mouth football, that's kind of where the Bengals like thrive.
Let me ask you something though, Deion.
Jesse Bates
Then-
being gone is going to hurt.
It's
the
gonna
Bengals
hurt.
secondary bad.
But let me ask Deion. The last time the Ravens and the Chiefs played,
The Ravens won.
some nasty shit going on.
I was like, what? How long ago was that?
Might have been a year, not a year, like not last season, but the season before that.
Yeah, it was like it was when the Chiefs. It was like when the Chiefs had like no offensive line. I want to say
For sure. But they defense, granted, was much better. But I don't know how the Chiefs be doing this shit, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Patrick Mahomes.
I want to say it was the
For sure.
season, and I could be wrong on this, but I want to say it was the season like when they played that full playoff run, including the Super Bowl with the Bucks, with like the third string guard playing center.
Hey, you ain't got to tell me, bro.
Center playing right tackle.
Rimmer started at right tackle, bro. He single-handedly ruined the Super Bowl for me. So
I'm pretty sure it was
rooting
that
for
year.
Mahomes. Yeah, so
I would have said it was that.
let
year.
me just double check and make sure.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
look, I get it. The Ravens, when they're healthy, one of the most frustrating teams to stop because they come out in 3 tight end for like half the damn game, and you have to respect running in a jumbo set like that. Lamar runs it 3 straight times, and then on the 4th one, he pulls it, and Mark Andrews is wide open for 30 yards up the seam. So it's kind of
All
a
right.
bitch to try and stop.
Oh, Deion left.
No,
I'm gonna
yeah,
say
see,
they did.
I was never mad at P for picking the Ravens. I disagree with it, but
Yeah.
respect it and understand it.
for sure.
Still
So-
ugly, but I respect
I'll
it.
wait for Deion to get back to say the clarity. It was 2021, but they played in 2021, but it was week 2. So it's like it's before any injuries even got to set in for real. I mean, sort of, kind of, but yeah.
So, I
whole new ball
mean,
game, whole new ball
then
game, bro.
I guess we got to hit on what everyone would probably agree with: 2 worst divisions in football, NFC, AFC South. We ain't gonna talk about this one for long. Who y'all got?
I think
What are
I
we
got.
starting with, the NFC or the AFC?
You just say both. Who you
I
got
mean,
winning the NFC?
I
who you
know
got winning
Deion got the
AFC?
Titans. I know he has the Titans because we talked about it. And at
Yeah,
first, I was kind of glazing. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of glazing, but I kind of understand it now. You know what I'm saying? Because the Jags are a Madden team, bro. I gotta see.
Nah, bro.
I gotta see.
Have you seen the injuries that the Titans already have in the wide receiver room, though? It's so bad. I think Hop.
They don't,
Yeah, they
bro.
do, but
Luckily, they don't have to pass. So
Jaguars for me.
yeah, I got Jags. I got Jags as well.
I do
I
have
don't
Jags.
know. I just
but
think that
I just
offense-
understand Deion's explanation.
No, I get it. Like I always understood it because like the coaching is insane. They run the ball, they chew up clock, they play smash mouth aggressive football, like, and we've seen it. Like they always find a way to win. They've been doing it ever since Henry
Look.
became their lead back. So it's like,
You said the coaching is insane. If I'm not mistaken, there's only one team in this division that the head coach has won a Super Bowl.
Vrabel's
I
nice,
mean,
though.
Vrabel, he's a great coach, bro.
No, he won as a player. He's a great coach. I respect his shit.
Dayball ain't got no Super Bowl.
You talking about
Dougie
Doug
P.
Peterson?
The AFC
Hey, no,
South.
yeah, no, Dougie
AFC
Dougie
South.
P's.
Doug Peterson won a Super Bowl as a head coach.
Yeah,
And he's
Nah.
going into his second season with this team.
and
And they just improved their offense.
oh, bro, the offense is gonna be way better. I think Ridley's
Like-
gonna absolutely
like-
go nuts.
I'm not trying to take none away from the Titans. I just feel like we gotta put a little bit more respect on the Jaguars.
They're gonna be separated by a game to me. Like it's gonna be like 11 wins for Jacksonville, 10 wins for Tennessee, or something like that.
I think it'd be a little bit more. I think both of them win a little
It might
bit.
be like 2 to 3 wins. That's kind of how I'm rocking.
I think the Jags are very flashy, and they're the fantasy football team of the year. Where it's like when you look at the roster, like they have a ton of fantasy guys: EDN,
Facts.
Ridley, Ingram, Lawrence. Like they're the team that you hear about the most because they're the team you're thinking about the most in the build up for fantasy drafts. Interior of the line stinks. I think their special team stinks. That's just not how you win football games.
Keep it
I
a static,
agree,
Deion.
but-
My boy Tank won me hella money on prospects, though.
I'm not disagreeing with the sheer amount of talent on the roster. I just think once you start playing games, like all that's cool, but if you don't have good units on both sides of the ball, it just doesn't matter.
I mean, yeah, true. I mean, I agree. The fantasy hype is part of it, and that's part of why they're so talked about. But I just look at it like they are well coached as well, just like the Titans. And I mean, the offense is like it is pretty. I'm not gonna say elite, but it's really good. Like they do have a really good offense. But I don't know,
It's all right.
I
Like-
think that their offense has a lot of potential. I refuse to say a player or a team is something until they go out and prove it.
I mean,
I think they have the potential to be very explosive, and I think they will show that this year, which is why I have them winning the division. But this is just a prediction. I can't sit there and say what you said until they go out there and prove me right.
I mean,
now, their offense has Travis Etienne, who he's smooth, like he's not bad.
He was also coming off injury last year.
He's always coming off an injury, so like that does nothing for me. That's evergreen statement. You could say that next year. Etienne's coming off an injury. Just preload that comment for every preseason like that you do. He's solid. Like I don't dislike him. I think he's like a top 10 to 15 back in the league, but like that doesn't blow me away by any means. Ridley hasn't played in over a year, so like yeah, I think he's talented, but what's the like learning curve upon return? I mean, Christian Kirk.
Yeah,
Evan Ingram.
Christian Kirk's legit, bro.
Yeah, Christian Kirk,
Especially as a number
sure.
two now.
No, he's
Last year
alright.
he was the number
Yeah,
one.
and Ridley, have you seen the tape?
Bro, Ridley's
Don't get me
nuts.
wrong. Ridley's extremely talented, but he hasn't
No, but
played
have
in
you
over-
seen the tape of him in Jacksonville?
I'd hope so. Look at who he's going up against. I mean, I'd hope so.
I ain't gonna lie, Deion. My boy Tyreek Hill did say Christian Kirk a top 5 receiver in the league by
Ain't nobody asking Tyreek Hill what he thinks.
Yeah, stop it. He's not even top 10.
That's almost.
hey, that
that's
was just a
almost.
funny-
He's
That's
legit, but
almost
he
as
ain't even
crazy.
top 10. We need to
That's
relax.
I don't
almost
even
as
think
crazy.
he's not even top 3 in his division.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Ain't
stop
Tyreek
what
the same
Tyreek
dude
say.
that said Tua better than Patty?
Yeah, he did.
I mean, you gotta say that, bro. You gotta say that. You
Nah,
gotta,
he
you
did
gotta roll with your
have
guys,
to
bro.
say that because they ain't asking that.
All right,
Hey,
so look, man. That's all I'll say. You gotta roll
Like
with your guys.
their big name players don't blow me away outside Ridley. Lawrence is like a top 10 to 15 quarterback too, but he's nothing like he ain't anything fucking crazy.
Not yet. I think
The
this is
potential
here to
agreed,
prove
not
that.
yet. The
This is
potential on
here to
him is
prove
crazy.
that.
The potential
It's
on
year
him is
3,
crazy.
right?
Like
yeah.
I'm
And-
not gonna choose them to win a division because some dude might turn into something.
And respectfully, it's basically year 2 because the shit they was going through with all the Urban Meyer shit in the first year was some bullshit. So it's like I
I
can't
understand, but here's my issue with you, Dion. Right? Say Tannehill plays like dog shit or gets hurt. Who replaces that? Where do the Titans go?
Mayo boy.
We've seen Derrick Henry starting to break down over the last couple years.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna.
They already got the injuries at wide receiver.
But you say play like shit. They don't need the difference between Tannehill and Lawrence is they don't need Lawrence. They don't need Tannehill to be good.
They need Tannehill to be a good game manager, and he showed last year the shit he was pulling in Miami where they ended up leaving him on the bench from the league.
I mean, I'm looking at Lawrence's numbers, and like it ain't nothing crazy. The boy put up Brock Purdy numbers.
But was it an improvement off of his rookie year?
But look at what he was playing with compared to what Purdy was playing with.
I mean, he put up below Brock Purdy numbers.
Hey, but you put Trevor Lawrence and San Fran, and y'all got a ring on your finger.
Yeah, most definitely.
So it's like
I don't agree with that. We still lose Mahomes.
Shit, that's a big what if, but I agree.
I
with
think
that.
I don't think you can really win.
I think they go to the Super Bowl. I don't know if they beat the Chiefs.
I mean,
listen.
we don't know that we don't go to the Super Bowl with Purdy. I don't think we do, but we don't know that.
Hey, that's
Which is, I mean, even further though, like
He got
if
hurt
y'all
with
go
the
with
third
Purdy,
drive,
then
right?
you're definitely winning with Lawrence.
I don't think so. You
Like-
need something more than Trevor Lawrence to win a Super Bowl against Mahomes. Like you need another top, like Herbert probably is the lowest I would go, where it's like a guaranteed Super Bowl.
yeah, maybe.
Shout out Jay Herbo, man.
Hey,
That's
listen,
probably the
listen,
lowest
Shout
out.
out my dog.
listen.
I'd say like top 7 QBs in the league is probably like a guaranteed Super Bowl for the Niners. Anything else, it's like, I mean, this dude he completed 66% of passes. He had 25 touchdowns. Like, I mean, that's cool. Purdy numbers.
That's like the exact numbers that Herbert and Rodgers had last year.
Damn, I didn't realize Purdy was throwing up Herbert numbers.
He's damn sure not, bro. That's a
Is
7
Shanahan-
game. That's a
Shanahan
7
might
game
got-
sample size, bro.
And if I got something, in 7 games, Purdy had 13 tugs, so he would have thrown for more touchdowns than Lawrence pretty easily.
Hey,
He would
I
have
don't
thrown
know.
for more yards than Lawrence. He had a better completion percentage. He had a better like passer rating by a good amount. He had a better QBR by a good amount. Like, are we sure Trevor Lawrence is everything we want him to be?
I'm pretty confident he's a dog.
Where would you rank?
I'm pretty confident he's a dog.
Where
Would
would
I
you
rank him? He top. I'll put him in 10 to 13 range, maybe. 8 to 13. 8 to 13, I guess.
8
Yeah,
with a
maybe
59 QBR? 8?
maybe 8 to 13. I really don't know.
I
10 to
mean,
13.
56.
59 QBR, not passer rating. 59 QBR is not as low as you think.
56. It was 56.
Okay.
The only
Hold on
problem,
real quick.
the
Hold on.
only problem with
It's
using
not top
Purdy,
8. It's not top 8, but
The only problem with using Purdy's numbers in any argument, bro threw the ball 24 times a game. That's terrible. These dudes are throwing 35 plus. Of course, the completion percentage is going to be higher.
It's not just completion percentage. You throw it 24 times a game.
24 is
throw
not
4 touchdowns.
terrible.
Somebody is also pretty good.
I mean, yeah, but yak.
Say yak, bro. That's all it is. That yak.
He doing his job. You both got a job.
All I know is this man
He's
Deion
better.
said Ayuk a top 3 receiver in the league, and I still can't get past that.
His route
Oh, you
running.
moved him up from 4?
Yeah, I don't know. Route running so special, bro.
No, he's a top 5 route runner in the league, though.
Bro,
He's top 5 route runner, and he's got top 3 potential.
What's
but he
wrong,
is
Lerk?
not.
What's
He is
wrong?
not a top 3 receiver in the league.
It's insane. He's not top 3. I said by the numbers, he's not. But I'm talking about pure ability and talent. I think he is.
What's wrong, Lerk?
No, it was like the original statement is what was bothering me because I went
my
through
fault.
this already. If you know me, you know I fuck with Ayuk. I wish he was a Giant.
Oh yeah, he's nice.
Yeah, I wish he was a Panther,
But
too.
it's exactly what Deion said. So when you don't have all the context with the statement, you just declare him a top 3, top 4 receiver in the NFL. I have a problem with that. But when you explain that he has the potential because of his skill and ability,
I ain't saying potential. I'm
it's
saying
just that. But he hasn't done it.
That's
though.
what I'm
That's the
saying,
issue.
bro. Like
That's
potential
the
is one
issue.
thing.
he ain't
You
got the
can
numbers.
talk about strictly off ability, right? You could talk about talent and all that, but we all know talent isn't everything. And
Yeah.
as a receiver, you're not the biggest fact. Your ability is not the biggest factor. The biggest factor is having a person with the ability to get the ball to you. And then the second biggest factor is having a coach that's going to put you in the situations to where you can make shit happen and show off your abilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
So by the numbers, he's not even a top 10 quarterback. Receiver. He's not even top 10 by the numbers. Now, when you watch the tape, when you watch the Niners play, and you see them constantly not throw him the ball when he's wide open,
Well, you see Jimmy
or pass him the ball off target, or whatever, right? Like then you see it. It's like, damn, yo, if you just get him the ball, just imagine what he's capable of doing when he's able to put up 1,000 yards, and you fucking up so much when he's open. But he still has to go out and do it, and then not only that, he has to go out and do it again. Because now everybody knows. Can you do it when everybody knows? Nobody knows yet.
Yeah, his numbers with 30.
Hey, you spitting, dog. You spitting.
He only had like 200 yards before Purdy became QB. So we'll see. Listen, we'll see. I don't know.
How many thousand?
I'm saying pure talent. Pure talent, Ayuk's top 3. Jamar Chase isn't a top 5 receiver by the number. I think
That's
Jamar Chase
I've been trying.
is the best
He's
receiver
not
in the
top
league.
5.
Jamar top 5, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all boys.
By the numbers, he's not.
Name your top 5, Lerk, just real quick.
By the numbers, Jamar Chase didn't have a better
I seen AJ Brown in there.
Yeah, he was 5. I had him 5.
I did see him in there.
And I will put Waddle. I will put Waddle at 5 before I put Chase too.
That's ridiculous, bro.
By the numbers, it's not.
By the numbers, is not. And then when you watch the tape, when you talk about Yak, Waddle top 3.
Brody. Jamar has shattered every rookie
that was
record
his rookie
up until
year,
now,
bro.
Up until now, he's going to be a great, bro.
Going to be, and what he's done already, and he's also led the league. He's been in the league 2 years. He's led the league in droughts both years.
Shit,
you are a receiver. Your one job is to catch the fucking ball.
Hey, all I know.
Not to get off topic, I'm just saying back to the AFC South. Is Lawrence? There's what we want Lawrence to be, and then there's what he is.
So I want to know.
Okay, so let me ask you this:
Deion
talking about the
quarterbacks better than him, though. I really do.
8 to 10.
I could do that. That's easy. But real quick, before we go to that, sticking on topic, right?
Go ahead.
Who's the best quarterback in the AFC South to you, Deion?
It's Lawrence.
Okay.
It's Lawrence, yeah. But what I'm saying is he's more Brock Purdy than he is Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Rodgers, Herbert, etc.
I think
And that's still gonna be better than rookie CJ Stroud on the Houston Texans. That's still gonna be better than Ryan Tannehill. And that's still gonna be better than Anthony Richardson, Malik Willis. I mean, whoever the fuck is over there, because Malik Willis is in
But
Tennessee.
with the Titans, it don't matter because you got to beat a team. You have to beat a team. If it was 1-on-1, then yeah, I got the Jags winning the damn division.
But see, there's the thing. They only gotta play the Titans twice a year.
But their team ain't that good. They have a lot of star players. They have a lot of names. They have 2 names. They got Lawrence and
Yeah,
Ridley.
they got 2. They got
Lawrence and Ridley.
Oh,
That's
and what's old boy on defense?
I don't know.
The defensive lineman that they had last year.
Josh Allen.
The bum Josh Allen.
Fake Josh Allen.
He's talking about
Josh
dude
Allen that gave Josh
just
Allen
draft-
Hill. He gave Josh Allen Hill 2 years ago or a year
buddy
ago.
that came out in Bosa's draft.
Look, maybe you're right about the Titans. I like the Jags this year for the
I do too.
Lerk, name me my quarterbacks, bro, before I get
think it's
upset.
legit though.
That's better than Trevor Lawrence.
Yes.
And make it quick because we got to do Super Bowl picks.
Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Rodgers, Hurts, Lamar, Herbert. That's 7 right there. Dak. Who you was talking about? Lawrence. I even say Kirk Cousins. That's 9. Should I keep going?
Cousins better, yeah. Keep going.
Should I keep going?
Hey, Watson.
What?
Like, Deshaun Watson.
That nigga ain't even played it.
That's 10. That's 10.
Bro,
Should
y'all
I keep going? Should I keep going? That's 10. You said name 8. I named 10. Should I keep going? I'm gonna stop right there. Continue the show. We already been recording for like 6 hours.
First at 6 hours, Tom slowed down after that blizzy.
Hey yo, what?
The blizzy.
After that blizzy.
Oh,
You thought I said
hey yo,
I
I was like, nah, this man lost his fucking marbles.
Bro said marbles. I am weak as hell. This man 50 years old. That sounds like some shit my white ass would say.
Ooh.
But all
All
right. Super early Super Bowl picks. I mean, we can pick who we think's gonna play each other or just the winner. I really don't care.
Do I go first again since I'm the guest and you've been forcing me to go first?
If you want to, man.
Show.
If you want to, man. You ain't got to though.
Chiefs, Eagles, Chiefs win again. And if it's not the Eagles, it's the 49ers, but Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, I agree. And I agree with the 2 solutions too.
Yeah. Eagles, I agree with, and I don't know why. I just feel like one of either Burrow or Allen is getting their first this year. It all depends on path. That's what makes it so hard. But in Burrow's injury, I would say the Bengals, but I am worried about Burrow's fucking calf. That's the problem. So I'll say Eagles, Bills, and Josh Allen getting his first. It's bold, but
What about you, Almighty P?
Bro, I just seen a motherfucker win a Super Bowl on one leg and morphine. So I'll be damned if I go against the Chiefs. Again.
That was one leg and willpower.
Hey, he was on some shit. He got shot on some shit, like something.
Listen, you know what it was? It was that Space Jam water.
It was something special. And I said they were going to lose the bowl. So I'm just going.
Oh, so we can't trust nothing you say is what you're saying.
Nah, bro. I mean, look, I'm going to keep it a stack. I said this man is on one leg. That defensive line everybody on the defensive line had 10 plus sacks. It might be a bad night.
Yo, look, going into the game, saying the Eagles was going to lose to the Chiefs and was going to beat the Chiefs was the equivalent of saying the Celtics was going to beat the Warriors in the finals.
Shout out ML.
It's a little bit different.
I can't say that's the same.
Just because Mahomes was hurt. Like, if the
Mahomes
Chiefs
was
are
hurt.
healthy, I 100% agree.
Did y'all see what Mahomes did in the same game he got hurt after he got hurt? And you was worried about what he was going to do with 2 weeks
Yes,
rest?
but that Eagle,
sound
it was the
fucking
Eagles
crazy.
It wasn't the
defense, bro.
Eagles,
It was
though.
the
He wasn't
Eagles
even-
defense.
You
He
know,
wasn't
no,
even-
you know what it sound like? It sound like you was really just hating.
He wasn't even that hurt until he.
Sound-
Let me tell you something, Lerk. Anybody knows me knows I don't hate on Mahomes at all. At
Sound
all.
like you love Hurts more than Mahomes, and that was your issue. You was blinded by love. Now you ease.
That's what you got out of
Now
that.
you ease best friend.
That's
Love
what
is
you
blind.
out of everything I just said. That's what you got out of that.
Yes, that's what I got out of that. If it wasn't hate, it was blinded by love.
JK, do I love Mahomes?
Bruh, this man
Who
is
do
a
you
bigger
love
Mahomes
more?
fan than
Who do
anyone
you
on this
love
call
more,
right now.
Mahomes
I'm
or
not gonna
Hurts?
lie. This man been calling Mahomes the GOAT since his
That's
second year in
cool,
the
but
league.
he cannot tell. You can't tell me he loved Mahomes more than Hurts when he got Hurts top 3.
Yeah, I think
Hurts
thinking
top-
Jalen Hurts could win a Super Bowl against Mahomes is like egregiously crazy.
But
Did we all watch what Hurts
the
did in the game?
circumstances made sense. Like they
Nah,
did
it didn't.
in a way.
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
I mean, he
Like-
had 2 weeks to heal from a sprained ankle. Don't forget he re-aggravated it. That's why he took the morphine.
Yeah. And then not to mention how good the Eagles defense was, their ability to run the football, run time of possession. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, bro, we a fumble away from a different conversation. So it's like, let's not
That's
act like they
literally
ran
it.
them off the field. Like,
We a fumbling a holding call from just talking about something totally different, bro. That's it.
Where a player fumbling and then a player egregiously holding someone away from a different game.
oh yeah, the holding call is crazy. I would
I
not.
mean, that's almost that's like them niggas talking about the grass, or like these pussy ass Niner players talking about, well, our quarterback got hurt. You lost.
Look, I mean, care. I mean, me personally, I don't care. But the fact to say that it's crazy as fun to say the Eagles didn't have a chance to win the bowl.
Going
like,
into
whatever.
the game, yes. After the game started, I understand why you would think so.
But I said
that's pussy though. Why would you change once the game started?
No, because going
DNA.
into the game, it didn't make any sense. Because all of your argument, like everything I said, like it just don't make no sense. Simply because the man had 2 weeks rest off. Before he had the 2 weeks off, playing on one leg and morphine, he fucking dominated. Even ran the ball in that same fucking game. Had like a 40-yard scramble. And then had 2 weeks rest. And he's the fucking best quarterback we've probably ever seen in our lives.
So I'm confused why, like, you want me to retract my statement and say
No, I don't want you to retract your statement. I want you to
retract.
stand on that shit. I just saying that
It's like, why would I change when the game started?
I said
when I knew beforehand.
I said during conference championship week, the real Super Bowl was who was it? Chiefs Bengals? Chiefs Bills?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that.
Yeah, that was the real
2 years in a row you said that, actually.
Yeah, it's just not a world. You can't win a Super Bowl with a guy like Jalen Hurts as your quarterback. It's just not gonna happen.
At least not his first go around.
Ever.
I don't know.
That's racist.
That's
it's not. At
so
the end
Joe
of the,
Flacco can win a Super Bowl.
What you have,
but Jalen Hurts can't.
I don't care what you have for 52. Who do I think can, but I don't think Hurts can.
No, Joe Flacco can win a Super Bowl, but Jalen Hurts can't.
Joe Flacco can make one specific throw. At the end of the day, you have 52 other men on the team that I don't really care about for that specific game, because Mahomes is going to force your quarterback to make specific throws that Hurts has no ability to make.
How's Mahomes going to do that? He
Brown
plays defense.
Mahomes
plays defense.
What is going on?
I agree with
you said Mahomes is going to force you to make crazy throws. Mahomes don't play that side of the ball.
No, by scoring, it forces you to throw. What are you talking about?
It doesn't.
It
doesn't. He can't force you to make crazy throws. He can force you to have to score. That has nothing to do with the type of throw you have to make.
Yes, it does, because
it does not.
It does, because it's the same thing he did to the Niners, because you have to extend the ball down the field. He takes you out your game plan by continuously scoring.
And Shanahan lost.
Let me ask you a question. Then that's just dumbass coaching, because when the Patriots beat the Chiefs, they did not extend the ball downfield. They ran the ball and checked it down in one time of possession.
That was. Yeah, I agree. That was first year Patrick Mahomes. I agree with that statement, though.
What about when the Bucks played them?
They had the whole third string offensive line playing. If we got to play that offensive line, it's a different story. We still lost. Why did we lose? Mahomes forced Jimmy G to make a pass. Emmanuel Sanders was wide open.
They didn't run the fucking
But that's
ball.
not a tough pass, though. That's just like
That
means
is a-
Oh, but
Shanahan
that's his
fumbled.
point. When you say
That's
you
my
can't run the
point.
ball, that's
It's
his
not a
point.
tough pass, and these guys cannot make it. That's my point.
but Hurts.
No, but they
Hurts
had
my whole
can
point.
make
Nah,
that
the Niners
pass.
had a comfortable lead though to just run the ball, and they didn't.
I watched the All Access on Showtime. We had a comfortable lead, and you know what Mahomes went back to the sideline and said they're going to do? He said, "Hey, we need to score a touchdown on this play. Call this play. I promise you it's a touchdown." They called it. They scored a fucking touchdown.
That does.
Still didn't
That's
run the ball.
That's different. And that took us away from running it because now we have a tie game.
No, you allowed him to take you out of what you were doing. You didn't have to.
How did we allow him to? That's Mahomes. He's going to score.
You changed up your whole scheme.
Or two. You can't just run the ball against him.
But see, that's the whole point though. Like when he's constantly got his foot on your neck, and no matter what you do, he's constantly scoring. After a while, you can't keep going for these check down throws or these running plays. You have to try to get downfield as fast as possible and score, because you know once he gets the ball, he's gonna fucking score.
But that's what
And that's when you have to be able to get a lead and do exactly what you said the Patriots did.
And
Get a lead and be
Guys,
able to fucking stop him.
you got to
If you
score
can't-
touchdowns against Mahomes. You can't
But that's fine. But the thing is, if you look at every time the Chiefs have lost in the playoffs, the exact opposite approach has been taken.
But how
So are
many
you
times
taking?
have they actually lost in the playoffs with Mahomes at the helm?
Well,
They've
this
lost
is his.
three
He's
fucking
had
times.
he's had
They've
5
lost 3
seasons as a
times.
starter. Yeah,
They've lost 3 times.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean the Patriots game, I get. Yeah, like the Patriots game, they definitely. I mean, that's Belichick and Tom, right? Like that's obviously like a special duo. So I mean, that's different. The Bucks game. Yeah, I mean,
Everybody was
who'd you say was starting at right
tackle?
tackle, P?
They whooped his ass though. I mean,
But
Brady.
who'd you say was
Listen,
starting?
I mean,
at right tackle?
No.
Rivers, but like they whooped Mahomes' ass. They whooped their ass.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to take away from Tom Brady getting his 7th ring, 8th ring, 20th ring with the Bucks. I'm not taking away nothing from the Bucks when I say that, but like Mahomes didn't have a fighting chance with the way his offensive line was by the time they made it to the Super Bowl. That defense was too good for you to be going up there with the offensive line that they had.
All I'm saying is cool. Mahomes is always
see
on your neck, which is cool, right? Mahomes is always on your neck. But all I'm saying is the Niners, first of all, you held the Chiefs scoreless in the third quarter. I'm pretty sure that Super Bowl. You're up 10 in the fourth. Bro.
By the way, they were up 10 with the ball and they went 3 and out with no passes for what it's worth.
I saw it. Hey.
And then Mahomes immediately scores a touchdown. Jimmy G misses a wide open Kittle on 3rd down. They ran it twice. They threw it once. Jimmy G misses a wide open Kittle on 3rd down. Mahomes scores again. Now you're down by 4. Now you have to throw. Jimmy G misses a wide open Emmanuel Sanders down the field because he can't make that pass. The same way Hurts can't make that pass. And then what does Mahomes do? He scores another.
but it went wrong when you were up 10 more than like. That's the issue is like when you were up 10, he wasn't. Mahomes wasn't forcing you to do.
But see,
anything.
that's the thing. When you take Tom Brady out the equation, I'm even defending any argument for either side on this particular topic. But when you take Tom Brady out the equation, that's the thing. All the Chiefs have to do is get a stop, and on any fucking drive, Mahomes is liable to fucking get in the end zone. And once that starts to happen, you can no longer use the run game or the check down as something to take away time off the clock, because now you're on the fucking clock and he's got his fucking foot on your neck.
Well, it's also like, here's the thing. The Niners were up 10, but they should have, if they had a quarterback, they would have been up 21, right? Like that's the difference with Mahomes is if you're going to
that's why I said take Tom Brady out the equation.
What'd you say? My bad.
That's why I said take Tom Brady out the equation.
Yeah, that's the like Hurts and Jimmy G are not Brady by any means. Obviously, like the Bucks and the Patriots still scored touchdowns. Like the Niners didn't score touchdowns. They were up 10 off fucking but they have 2 30-yard field goals. You do that shit against the Chiefs, you're bound to lose.
I mean, the Bengals beat them and they only scored 3.
Hey, man.
3 what?
And they only averaged 5 yards per play.
That was a hell of a game. And Burrow
The
makes
Bengals only
those
scored
throws,
what?
which leaves your
They
defense.
only scored 3 touchdowns.
I mean, the Bengals defense won in the game though, for sure.
For sure.
You just gotta have a. And my point before the damn game is I expected the Eagles defense to do what they needed to do.
I mean, look, hindsight's
it.
2020. It's easy
But look,
to call
even when
someone's
they
opinion
lost to the
stupid when you're right about something.
Even the year
Mhm.
that they lost to the Bengals, right? You look at the game before that against the Bills. The Bills come back, right? What they have to do, they had to play the pass game in order to even make that comeback. Like you said, Mahomes don't play defense, so we're not gonna give him too much credit for either side. But then what happens? Overtime starts. As soon as overtime starts, what do? Go down the field and score.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes
Oh,
made
at any point in time, you have to worry about the fact that Mahomes is going to put points on the board. And when you get to a certain point in the game, whether you want to or not, you have to change your game plan.
now
Unless you're in the lead.
I don't know, bro. The Eagles, I feel like it was a little bit different for them because you're up. You got 24 on the board, or at least I think, and then you get a strip sack and they going the other way. It's just, I mean, they just
What
that part
hurt
was
the Eagles the most, in my opinion, was inexperience. And if I'm not mistaken, Miles Sanders got hurt.
Listen, when beat the
And
Eagles, it was the same game the Niners played the Eagles, bro. It was inevitable.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I knew in the first, I knew like this year, I knew like a month ago, like a month before the Super Bowl, that the Chiefs were going to win it all. But that Niner game, we kicked a 30-something yard field goal the first drive. I said, yeah, no, this shit's over. And even when we were up 10, I knew that shit was over.
it's tough. I think that's I don't know. I guess Belichick just a different type of special. And you either
with
need
Tom
that.
Brady, yeah, he is.
And D Ford's also
Without Brady,
I say blame
he
D
ain't
Ford,
shit.
bro.
D Ford's for sure a different type of special.
D Ford out off sides, and yeah, that shit's clip. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
Kelsey's still
as
hilarious.
my boy Deion says.
But I bet you're
And
right.
We owe in 1,500 as the Patriots in hypotheticals now. It's crazy.
I mean, the thing is like I think Mahomes loses that first Super Bowl anyway, to be honest. But
yeah,
I'd rather Brady win the Super Bowl than whoever the hell he played.
Wait. Who they play? The Rams again?
yeah,
No.
Yeah, it was the Rams.
yeah.
The first one?
Yeah.
No, he was
like,
talking about the Patriots. Who
played.
did the Patriots play? Like, who would the Chiefs have played? If they beat
I
the
don't
Patriots?
think first
Yeah,
year
who did
Mahomes.
the Patriots? Oh yeah, the Patriots did play the Rams.
They
played
That's
the
right.
most
They
boring
did
Super
the
Bowl
That
of
shit
all
was
time.
boring as hell. I ain't gonna lie, but
First year
That was the
Mahomes-
year they had that 50 bomb each team.
That's when Jared Goff was on his
Yeah.
bullshit.
First year Mahomes wasn't that good,
And Todd Gurley.
to be honest. And I thought that team stunk. So I don't think they would have won either way.
all right.
I
This
thought
most hated
Mahomes
time.
was tremendous that year.
He threw to his first read a lot, man. But the arm talent was special though.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the only thing that's gonna stop, like, other than, I mean, the only thing that's gonna stop Mahomes, I think, from going every single year is just simply the AFC is so fucking stacked. I think that's literally the only thing. Like, he's still gonna win like 5, but I think the only thing that's gonna stop him from winning 7, 8, 9 is literally just how good the AFC was. That's it, or is.
I don't think he's gonna play that long.
Well,
I don't even think
he
he wins
needs
5.
longevity. Like, even if Bro plays, he's going into his 6th year. I think if Bro plays 8 more years, he still finishes with 5.
Yeah, I don't even think he plays that long, to be honest. But I agree in that hypothetical sense.
All right, most hated Tom. Lerk, you definitely get to go first for this one. So I hope
I'm
you're
gonna go
prepared to
last.
hate.
I'm gonna go last.
All right, you want to go last? All right, bet. P, you get to go first then.
Let Deion go first, man.
All right, Deion can go first then. Shit, we passing that thing around.
Listen, I ain't got nothing to really hate on, so I'm gonna pass it to Lerk. I'm gonna just say, I guess all I got, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Lerk, don't say nothing. The only thing I got to hate on is massage artists.
I don't even want to know, bro. I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. P, what you got?
I mean, once again, honestly, I don't got much this week. I mean,
All right, fuck y'all
I ain't
motherfuckers.
got much that week.
I hate everybody in Mets Twitter. I hate everybody at the US Today sports section. I hate anybody in the Mets front office that leaked out this bullshit that's talking about Pete Alonso likely to get traded in the all season. Y'all could all eat a glizzy. Matter of fact, eat a whole pack straight out the freezer, still frozen, all raw and nasty, you little motherfuckers. Fuck all of y'all.
Oh, for sure, right on.
Damn.
Oh, yeah. Fuck Bijan Robinson. Not even gonna cap to you. But you been causing me hell on Madden this whole week, but you ain't even played a snap yet. Fuck that nigga.
P, you trying to run Madden after this?
Bro, honestly, bro, I think I got CTE playing Madden. So I don't even know. I might just call it a night, man.
That game stinks.
You got PTE.
Bro, it's over with. Yeah, so we just gonna go on the Madden rant. So fuck Bijan. I don't know who y'all thought Franco Harris was, but I know for a fact.
A Hall of Famer?
I know for a fact that he not doing the things he doing right now, bro.
Man, it's a Hall of Famer. He said, I don't know the fuck y'all thought he was.
Hey, yo, Lerk.
What?
90, hey, listen, Lerk. 87 speed, dog. I don't know what we owe.
Bro, he played in the steroid era and won a Super Bowl.
I don't care, bro. He calling me hell, Lerk. It's my right to hate. Fuck Franco Harris.
No, hate him all you want, but to say you don't know who the fuck they thought he was is crazy.
Hey, I don't know who y'all thought he was, bro. I don't know. They must have thought he was the reincarnation of Christ, the way he be doing, the things he be doing on this game. You all right? Okay. So next.
Insane.
Fuck Jahmyr Gibbs. He on there going crazy too.
Like, this shit just hating on all of Ultimate Team.
Bro, like, what's the business?
Have you played Anthony Richardson on there yet?
Fuck him too.
He probably caught like 12 interceptions, right?
Yeah. But me and my homies got a Madden franchise. I took the Colts because he got like 92 speed. Bro, I'll be running quarterback dive on the goal line. He trucks over like 3.
Bro,
he'll do that shit in real life too, though. That's one thing I'll give him, though. That boy's strong. That boy is strong.
Fuck Warren Moon. Not gonna cap. Warren Moon got 86 speed. And bro look like, bro, I don't even know, bro.
He was pretty fast, though.
Bro, I don't know. Reincarnation of Cam Newton and Josh Allen.
Nah.
All
this
rolled
is one of the dudes that walked so Cam could run. And he had a better arm than Cam, too, because Cam was a fucking bum.
He was more
okay. Lastly, fuck Lerk too for that Cam Newton bullshit.
That's my most hated, Cam Newton and all his fans.
Respect my mans, bro. Respect my mans for real. Don't do that no more. Any nigga that got Future and Jeezy on the sideline, I'm rocking.
Bro, he won MVP, so they didn't feel racist.
What that mean?
I
mean, that's a hypothetical. Sure, I don't give a damn why he won it. He won the motherfucker. Cool. I don't really care.
Nah. All jokes aside, he deserved the MVP. He had two great years, and y'all was just necking him crazy. Like the Glaze Fest. It's like, how are you not the like CEO of Krispy Kreme right now?
I'm respectfully
in the playoffs. He lost the cap, right?
Nigga, honestly, bro.
How many times he made the playoffs? Like twice?
2017, 2015.
20-0.
Niners. He lost to the Niners in like 2013. So maybe like three, 4 times.
2012 Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, so like 3, 4 times. I mean, yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
he ain't shit. I stand by my statement.
Man, fuck 2017, we went as a wild card team and lost to the Saints.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah,
Lion Man just yawned and looked like the Lion King advertisement on.
I just remember though my lasting memory of Cam. This is why I think he stink. Is Cap got a first down, pointed to the scoreboard, and did the super bad at his stadium.
every nigga was doing some stuff.
And then like 5 months later, Cap can't even get a job.
That came hell after that, man. Quit playing. You just boosted Deion, most hated. Fuck Deion too. He just boosted that whole story. He just boosted that whole story up. You know what I'm saying? That came years after that, bro.
It was not. I don't think it was years after. I think it was literally like he played one more year, then he couldn't get a job type of thing.
Should have been wearing pigs on the socks. So I mean, I fought with the movement though. But
the pigs were fine. It was the Castro shirt that was a little interesting.
the I got a lot of socks was hard. I gotta give it to him.
The Castro shirt's where he lost me a little bit. I was like, I need to hear some context.
Oh yeah.
Well,
JK, wait.
you got more, god dang, son.
And fuck shootings.
Motherfucker
sure.
called an ISO.
That's fuck shootings for sure.
Yo,
That shit gotta
man
stop.
really said, nah, I don't really got nothing to hate on, and then went off on the
That's
whole
what I'm.
one.
To be fair, y'all both got
Yo, my
added to the
son had
list
a
last
kill
minute.
list.
Y'all
mean,
both got
kill
added to
list.
the list last minute.
I'm not gonna lie though, like somebody brought a Madden, and that shit triggered me, bro.
He said, you know what? I was gonna let y'all rock, but fuck you and you and you and you.
Yeah.
Raw hot dogs in the freezer, dog. Straight up.
My most hated. I don't know, bro. The Noah Lyles shit, just those comments still were funny as hell to me. Talking about some y'all not world champions, bro. It doesn't matter. Make a damn Champions League, then bring all the squads from Europe you want, bro. We'll bring the damn Pistons and still win it. Like,
Yeah, I agree with him, but it was dumb and corny.
it was the context in which he said it. That was my problem.
I agree with him too. I just don't care. I don't think it matters.
Yeah,
That's
like,
it was
my
irrelevant.
shit, like,
Yeah.
You ain't the first person to think that, but nobody cares.
That's my issue with it. It's not the statement, because like they're not technically world champions. It's the fact that like bro just said that shit out of nowhere and just decided to hate on the NBA.
Like right now, Vince McMahon has somebody calling themselves the world heavyweight champion.
Relax.
Who cares?
Relax.
Nobody
Chill on my boy
cares.
Seth. Chill on my boy Seth Rollins, man.
All right, first of all,
They are the world heavyweight champion.
Did Seth take the world heavyweight championship?
They fight around the world, don't they?
Did he take the championship from Roman?
Nah.
So then fuck your boy Steph.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Roman enthusiast, so
hey, Lerk.
Roman is trash.
Hey, Lerk.
Lerk.
Lerk, tell your Dukes that I'm going to WrestleMania next year.
Where is it at?
Philly.
Oh, where? I'm about to buy my mom's a ticket and make her hunt you down and smack the shit out of you.
Respectfully, once you see the prices, you don't have your life savings. Don't got them taken.
Nah, I already know how it be.
You go have to open up 17 credit cards, and with your credit score, you're not getting approved for enough of them.
Oh my god,
Yo,
bro.
you know what?
What is what?
When you put it that way,
Deion's insane.
When you put it that way,
I got my tickets for $300.
Mom Duke's definitely gonna be watching it on Peacock.
I got my tickets for $300. They're going for like 14 now.
Oh, if they're going for 14, then Mom Dude's definitely gonna be watching it on Peacock. And the fact that you don't think I got a $1,400 credit limit is crazy, but I respect it because
what was you talking about?
Whoever gave me more than that is stupid, but I'm not gonna name any names.
The Noah Lyles thing, it was calculated. I think he did it on purpose. Like the more I listen to people's reactions, I think he did it on purpose. I don't think he actually believes that.
Ain't he
Yeah, so
he the truth, right?
Name fans.
Nah, he is. I'm pretty sure he's like a 6-time world champion.
Yeah, he just won. He's the first person since Usain Bolt to win the 100 and the 200 at the World Championships, and no one was talking about it. And then he came up with that quote, and now no one will shut up about him.
Yeah.
So I think he's like I think it was pretty calculated on his part. I got to be honest. It's still
Marketing
not
genius.
the smartest comment in the world, but
Well,
I respect it. If that's the case, I respect it.
yeah.
man, it was
Bro,
clout
put some
chasing.
respect on his name, I guess.
I
fuck him
honestly,
because
I think all
he's
the NBA
hilarious.
players trying to defend themselves is like just as corny as he is.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious that so many of them like are like acknowledging it without defending it. But the ones that are writing paragraphs on Twitter need to just relax. Especially, you know, it's funny though, if you notice,
They
all
got
the
no
ones that are
rings.
doing it are the ones that haven't accomplished
Yeah,
that.
they got no rings. They worried about what he said. They not world champions of nothing.
No,
All
that's what's
stars, nothing like.
with the exception of KD, I don't think a single top 15 player in the league said shit about it.
What KD said.
KD literally said, I don't remember, he said something slight.
He said
said like
help his brother.
yeah, somebody get this man or something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
That's
well,
all.
I mean, KD will respond to us.
Yeah.
So that's nothing.
Oh God, we're gonna.
KD can't win on his own anyway. So,
But all right, a long ass episode in the books, way longer than expected. And I would guarantee you that if I cut any section of this out that included the words Jets or Bills, it'd probably only be an hour. But I'm not going to go through that struggle. So, Lerk,
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, man. Before you go, give yourself a nice plug to BTB, whatever you're trying to get done, man. Let the people know what's up.
You can find me on any social media platform at LurkWins418.
what about your IG?
LurkWins.
The dopest dope you ever smoked.
That's my. But look, if you search up LurkWins418, that's what's gonna come up. And then when you click on my page, it's gonna be the dopest dope you ever smoked. And that speaks for itself. Just like the Break the Bank podcast, you can catch that on YouTube, TikTok. I post some clips on Instagram and Twitter as well. You find that at Break the Bank Pod or at Break the Bank Podcast. My boy Deion is on the show on most weeks. You know, he be tapping out sometimes, but
I missed one episode.
Yeah, we're not gonna do this, but
Got me confused with that.
I appreciate y'all having me on the show, even though I've been here for like 6 hours. But
oh God, it's past your bedtime.
It's been fun though. I appreciate it.
For sure. We appreciate you, man. Y'all know the vibes. We'll be back next week. Until then, stay safe. Keep hating.